Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Slightly later than normal show today. We normally go live half an hour before now at 7:30 Central. It's now 8 o'clock because I've been up all night. And as you can see, I'm wearing a red jacket and a red tie because it's been a very, very red night. However, it's all working out well. It's working out exactly as expected. We've hit our target on XRP, $2. Our investors are back in again for a third time of making 20-30% gains. Fantastic. Good time to be back in again. It reached to $2 as targeted with Sensei and myself. Also, we've got government shutdowns in the last few moments. We're getting a potential new vote on the table. We've only got hours to go. We'll talk about government shutdowns and what it means here in America. That's presenting volatility. We've had overnight as well the threats of tariffs threatening Europe and causing all kinds of problems in Europe. So that's happening as well. And inflation, PCE. Yesterday, it sold off, as you remember, sold off when the Fed said inflation is sticky. I said it's fine. We're going to get a couple of cuts next year. Everybody priced in more. But guess what? We might even get an extra cut now. The PCE just came in better than expected. People said, Kevin said, that Jerome Powell was lying and he was trying to manipulate people and he was confused. I wasn't confused. He wasn't lying at all. He was being cautious, data dependent, and that has now worked out fantastically well because overnight, the markets went down big time in anticipation of what we were expecting today with inflation, expecting a scare. Also, the government shutdowns, crypto selling off, Bitcoin went as low as 96,000. Who dares wins? I can't think of a better time to use that phrase. So I've been up all night. That's why the show was later, researching the global economy, researching the global news, reaffirming my belief in the US economy, reaffirming my belief in what I always said and always knew, that inflation is under control. Yes, it's sticky. But you know what? I like this steady move towards 2%. It's a great environment to invest because it scares people who don't understand it. It scares those that want to push forward and amplify what doesn't really exist, make up things, spread rumors, spread fear. We've now got the US government playing games with people's lives. Unbelievable. We'll go into that in more detail in a minute. We've got all the news as well. Been a great night. Absolutely great. If you look over the week now, look at that. There was the moment that we got that big drop there was the moment that we got Jerome Powell reporting that we would get less cuts next year. Wall Street didn't like it because they were pricing in more. They were greedy. I wasn't. I priced in a couple of cuts. I said it time and time again. I started to buy more. I was happy because inflation is under control. It's just taking a bit of time. No one's got any patience. So down it went. You saw me live on the show buy 30 shares of the S&P through VU. Down she went, down she went. People kept saying, why don't you wait? So I don't need to wait. I'm happy. I just keep buying, kept buying, kept buying, kept buying. Then we hit the bottom. Then we started to rally yesterday. And I said, wow, fantastic. I'm up $2,000 today. What happened? We had the government shutdown. It was supposed to get passed. It didn't. It failed. Donald Trump last night crashed the market. I came on live last night, late into the evening. It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. I came live, sat on the sofa having a cup of tea. And I said, look at this. The government shut down. We haven't got a vote. It's going to the last second again, as it always does. This presents those corrupt politicians to allow the markets to crash just to buy it back. I bought some more. Then we had Donald Trump tweeting throughout the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, Truth Social, threatening Europe with higher tariffs. UK, Europe, didn't like it. Down went the market, more fears. However, where do you want to be if there are these threats of tariffs? You want to be in the US. It's more difficult in Europe. Of course, the US economy is much, much stronger. So, nevertheless, though, it drives down the market. Why? Because of uncertainty. Wall Street don't like it, but they do like it because remember, they're traders, not investors. They sell the market to buy it back. Then the fears throughout the night. At 7:30 this morning, PCE would come in hot. It didn't. No surprise. I was buying more. I was up all night. Buy, buy, buy. This is the very definition of who dares wins. Green days, we just sit around and drink tea and watch and have a few songs and have a bit of fun. However, red days, I'm up late all night. I'm researching. I'm on the phone. I'm looking at balance sheets. I'm looking at numbers. I'm seeing what Donald Trump's doing. I'm getting ready. I'm buying. I'm scheduling a later show than normal. That's why I'm here this morning later. So now, where are we? Well, we go back there now. Look at that. Now, that might not look much to you. You might go, well, you're still down 0.9. Remember, with margin, you amplify the gains, you amplify the losses. Where was I just a few minutes ago before the final piece, which was the PCE? I was down 2.14. Just gained over 1% in the last few minutes. That's absolutely huge. I was as low as 95,000 during the night. I bought more. I'm amplifying my gains. Get ready to see me hit my target. The final piece in the puzzle that I've been saying since day one is at the end of the year, $150,000 in my portfolio. You all said that's not possible. No way. Well, yes way. Watch, because I've been up during the night buying the macro dips. I announced it last night from my sofa, told everybody what I was going to do ahead of time. I announced it on X and Instagram and Threads, told you I'd be doing this, and I did it. So, what did you do? Let's talk about XRP first of all. XRP hit our target. We said $2. Could go as low as $1, but $2 was the buy-in. It went exactly there. 197.7. Within half a cent or a cent, we were spot on again. There was the target. It's our favorite crypto asset. However, we always take 30% trades. We always make profit. We never lose. I never lose. There's that. Back to the main position. My Roth IRA, waiting to still buy $8,000 of Coca-Cola on the 1st of January to get a 3% match. There is my portfolio. The all-time high was $135,005. So we're down $8,000. Am I worried? No. I'm happier than ever. Because look how much I have invested now. We've just touched $250,000. Yep, you're looking at it there. The biggest position, the biggest bullish margin position you've ever seen, $201,000 just in the S&P on my main account. Remember, I started with $5,000. There is my Roth IRA, another $27,000. There it is, just about $250,000 from $5,000. Now, what happens next? In the next few hours, we will get, undoubtedly, a government vote that gets passed. The market will rally again when the bell goes, when it digests the PCE. It's a little bit early. Up she goes. Santa rally is on. There will be volatility and fluctuation, but we are on. Quite frankly, about 2 months ago, I said I didn't need to buy any more stock, any more at all. I could just be focusing on margin, paying it down over the next few years to get to the $1 million live on the show. That's the aim by the end of the decade. I didn't need to buy as many shares as I have. I didn't need to go in as much as I did, but it was a gift. It was an absolute gift. It's a gift for the brave. It takes a little bit of balls because, you know, that's a huge, huge position on margin and everything else. But at the end of the day, like I said before, $1 million is the target, but I see way past that. Because if we hit $1 million, it won't take much to turn it into $10 million live on the show. Why not? $1 million is already doable. That's already inevitable. So let's focus on something bigger. Let's still work towards the $1 million, but let's see past there. Because when we get to $1 million, what are we going to do? Nothing. We need something to work for. So we'll work towards 10 million now, live on the show. So there we go. There's my position. That's why I've been up all night. That's why I'm wearing red. I hope everybody was doing their research. We're still covering everything. We've got 15 minutes before the bell goes. It's our Friday phone-in. We got our concert tonight. Santa Rally is about to explode. Let me cover some of the news. And then while I'm doing that, if I could ask everyone to tap the like button, please. That would be wonderful if you could, because we have... we're also running, by the way, on the extra channel behind the scenes. If you want to watch on the extra channel, we're running behind the scenes today. We're showing you the XRP targets and charts. If you want to see that, let me refresh the screen a minute. So we're running behind, we're running on that would be wonderful channel if you could, because we have, we're also running, by the way, let me just go back to that, extra. Running, by the way, on the extra channel behind the scenes. If you want to watch on the extra channel, we're running behind the scenes today. Hang on a minute. What's going on there? See that? Let me refresh the screen a minute. So we're running behind, we're running that would be wonderful channel if you could, because how can that be? That doesn't make any sense. How can that be? How is that possible? The extra channel is doing the same as this channel. How is that possible? Doesn't have a camera connection. What's going on there? Hey, how can that possibly be? Am I broadcasting the same show on both channels? What the hell? That doesn't make sense. That's not possible. I can't work that out. I have no idea how I can be on both channels at the same time. Oh, well, I've no idea. I'll work it out later. It's very, very peculiar. It's playing the same show twice. I can't work. I ain't got a clue. That's the most weirdest thing I've ever seen. But, oh well. It is what it is. Can't understand why that is. You can watch two channels in stereo if you want. Don't understand it. Can't even see how that's even possible. But anyway, especially when I'm broadcasting from... Anyway, never mind. Ignore me. Let me just check a couple of things if you don't mind. Live. Yeah, that's that live there. Switch to the extra channel. I was going to just show you behind the scenes to the extra... So you'd have the chart on the screen of XRP throughout the day. And for some reason, that's not possible. All right. Don't know how it's possible. Anyway, I'll move on. I've got the news for you. You don't really care anyway, do you? You're thinking we don't care how you're streaming. Not bothered. Anyway, if you all tap the like button on both channels, I don't know why I'm even asking that. It's a bit mental. Anyway, there's 429 of you watching on the main channel. If you could help me out, that'd be fantastic. It's great news today for investors. Great news. Everything about today is great, great, great. It takes a little bit of grit to do this research and stay up and buy it, but It pays off, and it will pay off big time if you stay the course. So let's do that now. So let's have a bit of fun here. Ready? All right, here we go. We've got both channels running. Here's the main channel. Let's see if we can get both. I can't even work it out. This is the main channel where most of you are now. I'm talking to everybody, both channels at the same time. 441 watching. It's a huge morning today. XRP Ripple target in. Core price inflation, PCE in. Government shutdown. We're working on it. That will soon be rectified. 125 likes. Come on, let's go, go, go. Let's get to 200 straight off the gate. We just got a few minutes to go before the bell goes. Huge opportunity today to make money for everybody. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get the word out. 128 likes, 132. We're moving up quickly. Very, very nice indeed. Come on, let's get it going. 200 likes. I don't think we've ever had 200 likes before the bell goes. That'll be a first. 135. Go on, 135. It's going up live. There it is on the screen, going up live. Fantastic. By the way, we got a brand new service now. If you click the cogs here, if you click the cogs just there, we are now streaming in 4K. If you can support it, you can watch the show in Ultra 4K. There it is. Improved audio, improved sound. You can zoom in and get all the details. 2160 Ultra 4K. Make sure that you've done that if you've got the ability to receive that. The audio is better. The visuals are better. Please do. 165. Come on, we're nearly there. Wow, 180. This is absolutely incredible. It's a huge day today. We're celebrating with our XRP mug. The Christmas mug now is sold out and gone offline. That's it. You'll never see the 2004 mug again. Sold out, finished. 185, 15 to go. Come on, we can do it. Can we do it? 185. 186. We've got 10 minutes to go before the bell goes. Markets are going up. Our portfolio is moving quickly. We're back to the 100,000 again on the main account. This is absolutely awesome. Went down to 95 during the night. It was awful night. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Everyone was selling everything. 189. 194. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Can we go just 6 more? Absolutely. I predict we're going to get there in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 203. Fantastic. The Lucas Aid Army is here today, which is absolutely brilliant. Really do appreciate you enormously. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, brilliant. 474. We're off to a big, big show today. Very, very big day. Let's get back to my main portfolio. Moving up now. Look at that. We were down this morning. We were down here at 2% down. Over 1% gain in the last sort of 15 minutes. That's absolutely incredible on the S&P 500. A 1% gain. I'm going to be beating the market today big time. Look how much I've got invested now. Look at this. We have got $201,000 in the S&P 500. $250,000 invested. I am all in, all in, all in. I can't be much more in than I'm in, right? We did the numbers. We did the research. Let me bring you more of the news and tell you all about it. Hopefully we can get Senzi on the line today. So the first thing on the title of the video was XRP target. Spot on. Within 1.5 cents, we hit the $2. That was our target for our members. They bought back in. They've now made 25, 30%, now 3 times. 3 times. So they've now got all their seed money out, and they've got double the amount of XRP they started with. Fantastic. Those of you that did nothing, you've gained nothing. All right, let me look at the news. Broadcom, Astera Labs, Marvel get price target boosts at Morgan Stanley. Not only have we beaten on PCE, not only did the market overreact, not only did we reach our target on XRP, not only did we get the big scare with Donald Trump, which is about to go away, we've also got Morgan Stanley reporting and upgrading price targets on some of our top stocks. Really, really important. The economy is strong. The weak sold out. Remember, it's a transference of wealth from the brave, from those that don't understand, the gamblers to the investors. It happens every single time. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. right? Stock index futures par losses as core PCE comes in softer than expected. Remember, on the FOMC report, everyone was saying doom and gloom, sell, 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 sell. It's all over. We need to get out of the market. We need to get out of the market. They sold because they said we're only going to get 2 rate cuts next year. Fantastic. That's exactly what we expected. That's exactly what we knew. Nothing wrong with that. Steady control at the helm. We're driving this ship with control. We're not getting carried away. The market always gets carried away. It always overreacts. Crypto investors, gamblers always overreact. Provides opportunity for the rest of us. Brilliant. Stock futures par losses as PCE comes softer than expected. Was I surprised? No. That's why I was buying during the FOMC report. That's why I was up late last night buying it again, over and over. This is the numbers we had this morning. I was doing this live. I didn't start the show live because I was covering it. I was too busy buying. Remember, I can't trade and buy at the rate I want to when I'm live. I'm entertaining. I'm covering all the screens. I'm covering all of you, talking to everybody. For me to make real money, I have to be off air. I know many YouTubers trade online and it's silly. It's stupid. I don't do that. When I'm really investing $250,000, I'm doing it in the quiet of the studio on my own. I'm not sitting here with headphones on and a baseball cap sideways telling everybody I'm going to get rich buying Binky Bonk coin while everybody watches and pumps up the super chats. That's not what I do. I go off air when I make major purchases. Okay? So that's why I wasn't online. But anyway, core PCE, look at this. The consensus, the forecast was 0.3. Consensus was 0.2. It came in at 0.1. It's a huge beat. Are we surprised? No, it's as expected. When everyone, Meet Kevin should be really, told off today. He was telling everybody, Jerome Powell was lying to him and manipulating him, trying to get views. He wasn't lying to you. You didn't understand the numbers he was presenting, or you did know because you're a very smart guy. You're a financial advisor. You knew what he was doing. It allowed you to scare everybody and drive the market down. I kept saying, I'm buying, and I did it all the way through the show. Anyway, I did that during the show because it was the FOMC report. I wasn't talking to you. But I've bought a lot more in the last 12 hours than I did during the FOMC, and that was a lot. That was enough. Anyway, this was the data that we just got. Read it out to you only a few seconds ago. The US personal consumption expenditure price index increased 0.1 month over month in November, below 0.2 in each of the 2 months and lower than forecasts of 0.2. Price for goods increased less than 0.1% and prices for services were up 0.2%. The core PCE, bearing in mind this is the Fed's favorite number, the core PCE, which excludes volatile food, energy, also increased by 0.1, the last in 6 months, compared to a 0.3 increase recorded in October and September, and forecasts of 0.2. Food prices gained 0.2 and energy prices also edged up to 0.2. Now, if you're listening to that and going, hang on a minute, everything's up. Of course, everything's up. It's inflation. Inflation always goes up. Even when we get to the 2% target, it goes up by 2% every year. What the Fed are doing is slowing the rate of inflation. We're not saying we're not trying to get deflation or bring prices down. We're getting 2%. That's the aim. That's what they're going to work for, and that's what we're going to achieve. Congratulations, by the way, Jerome Powell. You're doing everything right. On an annual basis, the headline inflation unexpectedly steadied. It's not unexpectedly. It's exactly as planned. That's why I bought it at 2.8%, while forecasts were pointing to a rise of 2.9%. Need I go on? In December, the Federal Reserve revised its economic projections upward, raising the 2025 annual PCE inflation forecast to 2.5 from 2.1, and the core PCE inflation forecast to 2.5 from 2.2. Does that mean they've given up on the 2%? No. It's just taking longer. And I like longer. Let me explain why I like longer. If we make silly claims and silly statements right? And we do what Meet Kevin does to 2 million subscribers that pay him thousands to be on his training programs, which we provide for free. That's why 98% of my live viewers are members. I don't think he has less than, maybe more than 5% if you look in the chat. We don't want sudden drops. We don't want suddenly inflation to drop through the floor. That's a worry, a big worry. We want steady decline because that allows us the time to invest wisely. Let it grow. Let it settle. What we had yesterday was the markets recalibrating, readjusting to the new economic climate, getting prepared for Donald Trump. Crypto went through the floor. Bitcoin 96. We all told you to sell it at 105. Remember when it went through 100,000? I said it will sell off. People laughed at me. Said no, it won't. It's going to keep going. And because it kept going for about 3 hours, everyone started going, see, told you. No, 105. We sold it. It went down to 96. You could have made a lot of money and accumulated. My members did. The trolls and stuff like that. They haven't got a bloody clue what they're talking about. Anyway, there it is. So this is why I spend my time talking to hedge fund managers. I took criticism from Omar. He's got like 4 million subscribers. All my followers, blah, blah, blah. We're the people. We don't talk. We're not friends with hedge fund managers. What? You're friends with a bunch of idiots and gamblers and cult followers who, in your own words, have said God told you to buy XRP and God told you to buy FFIE. God's not a gambler. I don't think God likes Bitcoin more than XRP and Tesla more than Virgin Galactic. What a load of nonsense. But millions of people thought what he was saying was great, and now they've all lost all their money again. So I don't talk to those people. I talk to hedge fund managers. I talk to CEOs. Last night, if you missed it, we made history last night. We made absolute YouTube history last night. I don't know if it's ever been done by anybody on YouTube. I doubt if it's ever been done. Last night, if you missed it, we covered the Mobic's earnings, and I was on the earnings call. I called in to the earnings call last night. It was an historic moment. I don't know if it's ever happened before. I don't know if that's ever happened before, actually, on an earnings call, because you have to go through SEC regulations, all kinds of stuff. Let me show you the moment.
An automated message advising your hand is raised. If you would like to remove yourself,
let me show you the moment this happened.
Again.
This
is
why
ask that you wait for your name and company to be announced before.
This is why I make friends with hedge fund managers and CEOs. You ready? Listen to this.
And our first question will come from the line of Kevin Cassidy of Rosenblatt Securities. Your line is open.
Rosenblatt Securities, that's not me.
As you likely know.
Let's skip this.
And
this was a bit of history, folks. That's why I'm sharing this.
Another question with the space.
And that's...
Okay, great. And maybe we could just...
Thank you. One moment for the next question.
Listen in.
And our next question will be coming from the line of Martyn Lucas.
Big moment.
Your line is open.
This is why you make friends with the people at the top, right?
Martyn Lucas, your line is open.
Oh, thank you very much. You went quiet there. Thank you very much for allowing me on your call today. I represent the investor family known as the Lucas Age who watch my YouTube TV show and follow Mobic with great enthusiasm. I have two questions for you. The first one is, what specific strategies or initiatives is Mobic Labs prioritizing to drive shareholder value and ensure consistent stock price growth in both the short and long term?
You need to hear this next question. It's really important for real investors.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for the question. You know, our strategy.
Stephen Rowe donated £10 through a super chat.
It's in two
nice
parts.
To see you
it's
going strong,
growth,
Martin. To the moon
and then
and
an
back.
M&A strategy to accelerate
Listen
that
to
growth.
this next question.
On the organic side,
brought you
we
Mobics.
focus on connectivity.
We brought you a world
wireless
exclusive.
communications,
This is the
security
question
imaging,
you
and
need to
detection.
listen to.
Those are our primary focuses.
I asked this directly
And then
on a call last night.
On the M&A side,
Please listen to this next
we have a
question.
well-defined process, and we're looking at areas in aerospace and defense, transportation, medical, wireless communications. So it's a combination both.
There is a delay because I'm calling in the earnings call while it's coming back to me broadcasting. That's why my voice is out. Listen to this.
Thank you. My follow-up question is, as we all know, investors around the world are extremely passionate and excited about where NVIDIA is going. So my viewers have asked me to ask this question. As NVIDIA is so popular now with retail investors, and there are there any ways that you could introduce your technology to them for a strategic partnership? This would surely be a great move.
Yes, we agree with that. Well, first, we applaud NVIDIA and their great success. We are a believer of GPU-accelerated solutions, and of course, AI is driving that. And I think we're seeing more AI end use cases, right? So we expect that will continue to grow. Now, we believe that Mobic's IP is applicable in the same ecosystem. So we're excited to be attached to applications that live alongside where NVIDIA lives. Now, what we expect as, of course, with their success, we're going to see use cases which we think are going to require increased, expectations for things like higher demand rate and higher bandwidth type applications.
Think about it.
And we feel that fits really well in the areas that we're developing.
Well, thank you very much for that and giving us the chance to ask you two questions, and congratulations today on your call from all of the Lucas aides. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin.
How about that? There's a bit of history. Now, the purpose of showing you that is for two reasons. Number one, we've identified Mobic Labs could be a major player alongside NVIDIA in the coming years. Because as we progress with AI and big tech, it needs to be transmitted wirelessly. Mobic is the one that's going to do that. And also, I shared that with you because the Lucas aides wanted to see that. That was a very special moment. That was a piece of history. I don't know if any YouTuber has ever been able to call in to an SEC-regulated earnings call live on a show like that. I don't think that's ever been done before. So that was a big moment for us. But again, another reason for sharing that with you is it's so important because I want to make certain that everyone realizes we're not trying to sell videos. We're not trying to make friends with every Tom, Dick and Harry who talks nonsense. We're not joining Reddit groups and StockWick groups, sitting around in our mum's bedroom trying to pump up a stock we have no power over. I want to make friends with those at the top, and it works. And that's why I was up during the night, and that's why I was buying the S&P. And you can see now my gains are coming in. Remember how far down I was. Because remember, when you have margin, it amplifies the gains and amplifies the losses. So this is a huge rally for me because I've now gained over 1.75% on the S&P. That is huge when you think I've got $250,000 invested. I know I missed the bell. Doesn't matter.
Fight Channel donated $2 through a super chat. Miss the bell again, it never fail on this how.
There you go. How about that? I know, but it was more important to cover
FedEx
that.
And UPS, FedEx is up 32%.
We didn't even need to ring the bell. I don't even need to know. I'm very confident of the stock of the S&P going up today. So let's go back over some news. It's the Friday phone in. We've got 25 minutes to go, and we're going to open up the phone line. Thank you, Henrik.
Heinrich Delport has become a member.
Also, we are now giving away regularly on our show $100 in XRP. We've given away $400 now worth of XRP live on our show. We can do it in any moment. We can do it right now at any moment. It's a 1 in 10 chance of you winning. It's open to all. You don't have to be a member. It's free, and we pay it out instantly live on the show. We could do it at any moment, at any time, in any show. We've done it now in the last sort of 4 shows back to back. So it could happen today, but I'm not promising that. But you need to be here. I would strongly suggest, if you want to win $100 of XRP, and we've done it like 4 days in a row, okay? We could do it at any moment. We love giving back to you. It's completely free. I would suggest that if you have to go away from the computer or the stream and you want to mute it, just have it so you can see it. Because when I bring this up on the screen, when I bring up this, we're not doing it, so don't phone in. When I bring up that and say the 3 magic words, we go into our giveaway. So it might be worthwhile if you are thinking, I want to win, because you've seen me do it now. It's a 1 in 10 chance of winning. It's very easy to win. It's very, very easy to win. It's a 1 in 10 chance, completely for free. Maybe if you walk away from the computer, you let it sit there so you can see it. And when that comes up on the screen, you tune in. And all I do is ask you to call in. And the first 10 people that call in, it's a 1 in 10 chance you win. We spin the wheel and we pay out the money live on the show. $100 XRP paid directly into your wallet live on the screen. It's extremely exciting. Can happen at any moment. And in a few minutes from now, we're going to open up the phone lines and talk to our members anyway. So just for a few moments, we are going to go to members only. Okay? So I just want to make sure I've answered everyone's questions. So if you've got a comment, a question, and you want it answered, I know there's some people that wanted to call in today and be part of the show, then feel free. We're going to go members only right now for a few minutes. So if you've got a comment or a question about anything I've said today so far and I've missed it, please repeat it and I will answer it now. But we are opening the phone lines up in 20 minutes, and the Friday phone in and spin the wheel. Oh, hang on. We've got a potential chance of a spin the wheel being suggested. We might have a spin the wheel today. We might have. It looks like Zach Zate, one of our sponsors of Spin the Wheel, might want to do a spin the wheel. $100 of XRP could be given away. It looks, he's just mentioned it in the chat. Spin the phone in. It looks like, well, I just want to be clear. I don't want to get it wrong. So anyway, let me come back to the comments. Love your guidance, my friend. Kevin Leo, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome indeed. Now, on Monday, I'm actually I'm being interviewed on another channel. We'll take you all there. It's going to be a big event. Look at this. I'm going to turn the studio green, even though it's not green yet. There you go. There goes my portfolio. Flipping heck. I mean, look how much money I've made today. I was down $2,100. I have made my all-time record today. So it's important to show you that, because you're looking at that going, you're down $100, you're red. No, I've made $2,000 today. Get in. That's equal of yesterday, my best ever gain. But this is just the beginning. There's XRP crypto coming up. We hit our target. Congratulations, all of you that got in at the $2. Fantastic. Here's my Roth IRA. That's now going up. So we now have a grand total of 128,163, but we have over just coming up to $250,000. We have 202,000 now in my main account. We have $27,000 in my Roth IRA. So what's that now? That's 230,000. Yeah, $230,000 bar some change. I've got about $700 coming in the next few days from coming from from dividends on the S&P 500, and then I get paid my wages on the 21st of December from YouTube, which means I'll get it on Monday, and I'll put that in. It'll be a couple of grand, and I still believe I will be at $150,000 by the end of the year. Just a few days to go. All right, here we go. Santa Rally slowly kicking in. The phone line is open in a couple of minutes' time. I'm not sure, but we might be doing a giveaway today. Could we do something amazing? I'm hoping I can get Sensei on the phone. Who would like to see Sensei today? Let me put a word out. If anyone would like Sensei on the show, start a poll. Would let's have a look. Would you like to hear from Sensei? Yes or no? There you go. I'll see if I can get him on the phone. Chance. As we hit the $2 target. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can get some mention from Sensei today. Let's have a look here. Friday phone in and spin the wheel. Good luck all. Spin the phone in. Spin the phone in. Martyn, congratulations on everything. I ordered my mug. Love that sharp jacket. Thank you very much indeed. We're wearing red today because I was up all night in the red, buying the dip and getting ready for a big day. And now it's all paying off. Is now a good time to get Mobics? Well, I'm not going to suggest that without studying it again. I need to go back over it again. We believe in it long term. Is it the right time to buy it now? Well, we bought it at 50, 60 cents or whatever. That was the time to buy it. And we trimmed it last night at the 270 before the earnings call. It went down as expected on the earnings call. I told everyone to take profit. Anyway, I need to reassess that. Green Energy plays. Great job last night. TJ Snyder, thank you very much indeed. Please tell us what you think will happen with XRP in the rest of 2024. Oh, I don't know what's going to do in 2024. I'm more interested in 2025. We see our target of $10. However, I have suggested something very controversial, which a lot of XRP or any crypto investors don't like. And that is that I think 99% of coins will go away in the next 5 years. Because our LUSD will become what we need it to be, what it was always invented to be, what Bitcoin was supposed to be, but of course it can't be. I think all the speculative coins that don't produce anything have sold the story of crypto, and now we have crypto growing up and doing what it was supposed to do. Like the banks, institutions can use it to send your money around the world digitally online. I get all of that. We require the network. We require the system. That's what will make money. But the speculation about buying and selling coins, I think, will all go away. I don't see any point. We're still at the stage where we can trade and make money from it. I wouldn't bother. I only own the S&P. I don't see any need to speculate or gamble on anything. I think you could just make money the hard, old-fashioned way, and it works. Time and time again proves that. But I'm looking 5 years away, and I'm seeing 99% of crypto gone away. All right, it'll be much bigger, but there won't be all these thousands of coins. There won't be Binky Bonk and Trali Lali La and Fart Coin and God. It won't exist. And all the major networks like RLUSD will exist for banks, institutions. It'll be a digital currency. You'll have Bitcoin for digital gold, and that'll be it. I think it'll all go away. And then people will just move their money around the way they do, and they'll buy businesses once again. So another reason why I'm investing in the S&P, I see the future extremely green, extremely gold. That's the future. Not speculative gambling. People will wake up and realize that time has come to an end. And I'm, bullish on XRP, but that's the long-term message. And if you think about it, if you really think about it, it absolutely makes sense, doesn't it? Has many times. He has many times. What's Cedar? Please tell us what you think XRP will do the rest of the year. Well done, Martin. Thank you, Octavia. I got bloody jet lag trying to keep up with what's going on in the US. Hi, Martin. Did you invest in Mobic or do you plan to invest? No, I don't invest in Mobic. I can't invest in Mobic. I was calling in on an earnings call. I was interviewing the CEO live on the show. How can I invest in Mobic? Because then I look like Roaring Kitty. A pump and dumper, a faker, a scammer, a liar, a manipulator. I can't do that. I don't need to do that. All I do is own the S&P. You can see all I own is the S&P. It's all there on view. Look, 99.86%. It's 100% invested in VU. 100%. I don't own any other asset. Yes, I currently have in my Roth IRA, I currently have my my Coca-Cola, which I trade in and out of the S&P. Why? Well, I did that because when I took my holiday vacation in October, I was off air. I wasn't broadcasting. I wasn't telling you what I'm buying and selling. I was on holiday. So I traded 19 times and I won 19 times. And I'm currently in my Coca-Cola waiting to take profits at 15% in about March time. So I don't trade. I do not trade. I don't need to. I did that on my holiday, so I think I'm allowed to, and I'm allowed to anytime, right? But I don't do it on the show. I'm not here to manipulate stock. My focus is you. The show can make many millions. I don't need to make money for myself by using YouTube to manipulate stocks. That's what people do on you. I don't do that. I do the very opposite. So, and whatever. So anyway, especially for XRP, yes. And also, I have special relationships with the CEOs. They talk to me, they tell me things, I share it with you. If they're not going to be doing that if I'm in the stock and I'm manipulating the stock. I mean, I can't imagine the CEO of any company ringing up flipping Roaring Kitty, can you? It would be a joke, wouldn't it? And go to prison. Anyway, yes, need Sensei every day. Yes to Sensei. We always want to see Sensei. Lovely. I'd love to have you on the podcast. I'd love to have you on my podcast after the first of the year. I'd love to hear more of your story and share it with my few followers. TJ Molden. Are you a YouTuber? I didn't know that. You should become a silver member and we'll put you on the homepage of the channel, get everyone to subscribe to you. And more than happy to do that. Hello, Martin. I think you missed a super chat. Stephen Rowe. Did I miss a super chat? I hope not. Low volume on Mobic this morning. Yes, all the volume was before the earnings as we were making all our videos. Thoughts on? It's very early days for Mobic. Thoughts on if there's a government shutdown? Yes. Let's talk about the government shutdown when I've got through all these questions. We've got 10 minutes before the phone-in. The Friday phone-in, we'll talk about the government shutdown. We might even be doing a giveaway, $100 XRP. It happens at any point in the show. Stand by for that. Yes, Mobic Labs, long-term, short-term. Weight will go lower. We're really low, just checked. Blimey, Iberian Wolf. I think it depends on the broader market. What would be the 1%? Will Ripple be on Robinhood? Will Ripple be on Robinhood? Yes, it is. XRP. Oh, you mean RLUSD? It's not at the moment. I'm sure it will be. Absolutely every reason why it would. I'm 100% certain XRP is, so I'm certain it would be. The dip that saw yesterday on XRP was it 50% crash? What Sensei prediction? We said, was it 50%? I don't think it was 50%, no. Did we get some? What's 260 down to 2? 35%? Somewhere in that region? The target was $2 and we were 1.5 cents off. I don't know if anyone could have given you a 1.5 cent accuracy like that anywhere, but we were. Yes, thank you. Fight Channel is on Robin. Yes, Flight, it's on Robinhood. Yeah, not RL. I think he's talking about RLUSD. If anybody wants some free shares today, here's my Robinhood USA. Click on that. Use my referral. You'll get free shares. I get free shares. If you're in the UK, there is my Robinhood UK referral because I have a UK account as well. You get free shares. I get you get 5 free shares of that one. I thought I was a silver member. Let me have a look, TJ Molden. Let me have a look. Because if you are, we can put you on the homepage of the channel. Let's have a little look. Memberships. If you are, you can request it and go on the homepage of the channel. So members. Let me have a look. See your members. Search by silver. And it's TJ Molden. Let's have a look. These are all our silver members. We have over like 710 members now. More than 98% of our live viewers are members. The highest engagement rate of any channel in the world. There's not a channel that's even close. We're very proud of that. I say we, it's only me. MJ Molden. Let's have a look. I don't think you are silver because you would have asked for it, I would have thought. There you are. There you are. TJ Molden. You are most certainly a silver member. So would you like to go on the homepage of the channel? You've never requested it before, but if you would, I can do it right now. I see you are a YouTuber. Okay. Well, if you'd like to go on the homepage, just request it and I'll do it right now. I'll wait for your request. I only do it on by request. Mobic is waking up. First cup of coffee. Wait till... will the S&P go up today? Are you kidding me? You're looking right at it. It's gone up over 1%. The S&P is... What do you mean? Will the S&P go up today? My account is just the S&P. It was down here a few moments ago. We turned green. Look, we were down 2.14. It went up over 2% in the last few minutes, which is a percent for you because I'm in margin, so it doubles it. Yeah, it's bloody right. Flippin' heck. Big time. Are you on board? Are you onboarding into Discord today? Yes, I am. Anyone becomes a member, I will onboard you after the Friday phone-in. The Friday phone-in is in the next 5 minutes. I will onboard you at the end of the phone-in. I love that. Should I swap membership to the podcast YouTube channel? Well, whichever one you want on the homepage is fine. Yeah, I mean, what I suggest you do, TJ Molden, is this is your personal account. I take it, right? You could downgrade this one to bronze so you are recognized as a member and you don't lose your history. Otherwise, you'll lose your history, and there are extra benefits coming from those that were members for the longest time. We're working on that with YouTube at the moment, trying to give extra perks to those that were members for the longest time. So what I would suggest you do is downgrade your silver to bronze. I'm actually suggesting you actually, spend less money. How about that? Right. Downgrade to bronze. And then if you have a channel that you want me to promote on the homepage of the channel, I would go silver on the other one. So take this one down to bronze and go silver on the other one. Otherwise, you'll lose your 6 months. You could be nearly a year now. You will lose your benefit. You can't transfer it. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't. All right? Okay, there you go. Once you've done that, maybe you'll come back in again with the other account as a silver member. I will then give you the access. Obviously, you don't want me to do that where it is right now. Okay. Hello, everyone. Great deals in the market at the moment. Well, they were. Mary Brufflet. They're not now. They were. Mobic's chopsticks. What color is my membership, Martin? I should be diamond by now. Stephen Rowe. Stephen Rowe, you are a 2-year member coming up to your 3rd year. You want me to tell you? Stephen Rowe? If you don't know what you are, I'd rather not search for it because there's 710 to go through. I can't search by name. It would take me a very long time to search through 710. I was just looking at silver there. So if you know what you are, I'll go and have a look and I'll filter it by that. But I'd rather not search for it. There's no such thing as diamond. You're bronze, silver, gold, or you're bronze, silver, gold. I know you're not sponsor. All right. Okay. 3 minutes ago, before we do the Friday phone in, this is the latest news, and then we're going to talk about government shutdowns, XRP, where we go from here, waiting to hear from Sensei. We might have a Friday giveaway, and all the rest of it. So let me look at this. This was great news. Not only did we beat on inflation today, which was fantastic, Morgan Stanley upgraded Broadcom. We like it. Stock futures move on this news of softer PCE. Great. The Fed's favorite inflation gauge, core PCE, cools slightly in November. That was good. That was fantastic news. And the House rejects backed government funding plan, risking partial shutdown. Now let's discuss that on the Friday phone-in. The Friday phone-in line is now open. If you want to be on the show, you can now call in. It is members only, please, on the Friday phone-in. Are we in members only mode right now? Let me just go and check. Are we? Let's have a little look. Yes, we are. We're going to open it up to general public. There we go. It's now open up to everyone. Morning, everyone. Always nice to chill to start the morning. Dennis Keith, good morning to you. Fight is already calling in. Did I see a bell there? Did I see a bell? Did I see something swing across the screen? I'm not quite sure. It might have been a bell. Anyway, he's having a go at me, isn't he? He's having a go at me. That's okay. I can live with that. He's got something in front of him. I can't quite see what it is. We'll find out in a minute. Right, it's the Friday phone-in. If you want to phone in, there are 10 spots available. You can fill them all up. This is the spots, so we'll clear the decks. There we go. If you want to phone in, you can. Let me give everyone the link. You need to be on camera, and you have to be a member. You can't call in if you're not a member. This is the link. It's our website. Martyn, bloody hell, itchy nose. Ugh. That's better. martynlucas.com/live. There's our website. There you go. Give it you 3 times. You don't require any service. It's all provided via a browser. And bloody hell, my nose is itching. Driving me up the twist. What's going on? Lucas Aids 100. Uppercase L, uppercase A. Uppercase L, uppercase A. If you say it doesn't work, it's because you haven't done the password correctly. Uppercase L, uppercase A, 100. Is this the UK? Is this the UK? I have no idea what that means. Is this the UK? Am I broadcasting in the UK? No, I'm broadcasting from Dallas, Texas, but I am from the UK. Yes. Right, Friday phone-in. It's time. That's our last Friday. No, not our last one of the year. There'll be another one. Let's put our guests in. So in guest spot number 1, we have Fight Channel. There he is. Oh, eating out of a Tupperware box. I'm loving it. Enric Dominguez. Good morning to you. Are you one of our members, Enric? Are you one of our members? Can you just say hello in the chat if you're one of our members in the YouTube chat? Just go into the YouTube chat, say hello, so I can see your name come up with a badge next to it. I need to. We only have members phone in the Friday phone in. It's not open to general public. So if you just go hello, I will see your comment next to your name and your badge, and I'll know you're a member, right, Enrique? Phone lines are open. Audio active. This is Enrique. Okay, great. Okay. There he is. Guest number 2. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Where are you calling in from?
Oakley, California.
California. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. Fantastic. It's a Friday phone-in. I think it's your first Friday phone-in with me, isn't it?
First time. Thank you.
First time. Every Friday at this time, we like to have a conversation. We talk about the week that's just gone. We look at where we're going. Fight Channel's very excited. And
my first time too. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your first time. Oh, yeah, right. Of course it is. You've only been on the show about 1,000 times. We've got 8 spots left. If anybody would like to call in, I'm expecting at least I'm expecting at least Zach's 8. He was just mentioning a spin the wheel. We might even be doing a spin the wheel in a minute. So if you're already
spin the phone.
Yeah, it's already saved, is it? Oh, he's in the what? Is what?
Supposed to be spin the phone.
Spin the phone. No, we're not doing spin the phone. That'd be crazy. I can't be doing spin the phone. Anyway, the phone lines are open. I'll give you the link once again. We've got 8 more spots. We don't always fill them up. We fill them up. It's funny how we fill them up with the we fill them up with the giveaway. We don't always. Oh, hang on. Here we go. We've got more guests coming in now. Oh, it's Zach's 8. I'm going to put Enrique in number 9. And I'm going to put Zach's 8 in number 2. He's doing his thing. He's straightening his shirt. You know what he does? I can see it. Look, he makes sure he likes to get his shirt looking good. I love it. What would you expect? What less would you expect? Anyway, Zach's 8. Great to have you here. How are you, mate?
Happy Friday. Very good.
Happy Friday.
Exciting for tomorrow to see you all, guys. It's a very special day.
I can't wait. It's our second convention of the Lucasades. Tomorrow we're meeting up just outside Dallas. If you are a member, you can go to the members-only videos, see the last member video where it says location revealed, and you can join us, and it's going to be a great party. We're going to have a steak dinner. We're going to paint the town red. We're going to have some beers together. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to meet each other. And we're also going to go live as well, so those that can't be there can tune in. Okay, we've got another guest. We'll put you, it's Vaz in guest number 3. Vaz, you're just a little bit off camera at the minute. I can adjust it if you want me to. I think you might have frozen, Vaz. No, I think he's, hang on. He's not quite there yet. All right. Oh, he's coming on. Here he goes. All right. So let's have a little chat, shall we? Let's talk about the week that was. Let's start with our new guest. Vaz, you need to... Well, there we go. Stephen's up there. Hello, Stephen. How are you? Straight in.
Good. How are you?
I'm well. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and looking forward to seeing Zach tomorrow. Vaz, make sure that you can come on in. It'd be great to have you here. Let's start with Henrique. Henrique, what's your portfolio? What are you investing in?
Let's see. So I have this newer play. It's called Ondo crypto, and of course XRP, and what's the other one? Bar. So those are my 3 plays.
Okay. Thank you. We'll come back. Oh, someone's got some audio playing in the background. I think it's Vaz. Yes, it is Vaz. Vaz, you've got your YouTube playing. There we go. That's better. Thank you. I've got someone just called Mobx. I don't think that's a real person. They're not on camera. I can't admit you in if you're not on camera, and I can't admit you in if you're a non-member. So you've got to be on camera. You've got to be a member. We've got trolls who want to come on and create chaos all the time. So, Enrique, how did you mentioned XRP? Did you take the trades from Sensei, or did you just hold it, or how have you been playing it?
Of course, I've been following the Sensei, and glad I held to the last minute. This well, for us, it would have been during the midnight.
Yeah. There's been 3 really good. Yeah, there's been 3 really good trades now. Like 25-30% each time. So it's been really, really good. Mobx WKSP, I can see you on camera, but I don't know if you're a member or not. So can you go into YouTube chat for me? Just go into YouTube chat. Oh, I think I recognize you. But just go into you. I think you've changed your name, so I don't know who you are. Go into YouTube chat, say your name. I can see your badge. I'll know you're a member, and I can let you in. You look familiar. I'm sure I know you, but you've changed your name. You're confusing me. Anyway, well, congratulations, Enrique. Great stuff. Have you managed to accumulate more by doing so, or are you just banking the profits and holding it at the moment?
Of course, that's the only way. Yeah. Accumulate more. Yeah, definitely.
Accumulate more. Absolutely right. That's what I've been doing with. Well, I haven't been selling, of course. I'm just adding more to the S&P. It wasn't hard to do because you've all seen my level of margin on the screen. I mean, more than my house. 3 times what I bought my house for. But it was a bit of, it was a difficult. It wasn't difficult, but it was also like, well, oh my God, how far have we come? From $5,000 to that sort of level. Anyway, Stephen, how are the markets for you today? I know you sold your oil. You bought S&P. Tell me you bought more S&P during the night.
No, I didn't buy any through the night. Still holding the 94 shares that I bought the other day.
We got a big drop during the night.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that for a moment. The government shutdown. PCE came in great, exactly as expected. The market overreacted, oversold, as always, and just to drive it down. And then we ended up getting great PCE, exactly as expected. It's why I bought it, why I was holding it, why I was buying it in the S&P. But why I was buying it in the FOMC. Let's just talk about this government shutdown thing, which at the moment is holding the market down. And the moment that we get the result, it'll go up. Did it last time? Did it last year? Exactly the same. I'm glad we've got so many Americans in today. And we've also got our friend Vaz. You're from Europe, aren't you? It's not from the UK. What part? I know you live in the UK, but what part of Europe are you from?
Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic. That's it. That's it. Thank you very much, Vaz. Just mute yourself again for a moment. For some reason, you're coming through. There you go. And Zach is from Israel, so we've got a different perspective here. I want to discuss this for a moment. This government shutdown idea, I can't get my head around it, and I'd like you Americans to explain it to me, because I just don't understand it. Elected officials are paid by us, the taxpayer, to run the government, to run the country on our behalf to protect us. They're not supposed to be Nancy Pelosi getting inside trading deals on policies she's about to put through and help themselves. But we all know that's what politicians do. Their job is to work for us with our wages, with our money, and run the government, run the country, right? They should have no right whatsoever to threaten to shut the government down. I as an Englishman, I can't understand it. I can't imagine the Prime Minister announcing tomorrow, guys, we've got something to vote on. It's either red or black, red or green, I don't know. And we sit around, we have democracy, and we vote on it. And sometimes the red wins, sometimes the green wins. That's called democracy. That's what you're voting on. There's no mention of, if we don't get what we want, I'm 5 years of age and I'm gonna shake my toys out of the pram. We're gonna close down the King of England. We're gonna shut down the palace. The King of England can be told to go home, and and the people that work for the government don't get paid their wages. Isn't that absolutely disgusting? We've got Fight Channel up the top here, served in the military. Can you imagine the army saying, "There's no army tomorrow. We're not very happy with what's going on. We're shutting down the army." So Russia go, "Brilliant. We can invade America tomorrow for free. There's no army tomorrow. They've all gone home and packed up." It's unbelievable. I cannot believe that grown adults are allowed legally to behave in such a ridiculous manner. However, again, the stock market, the game, the world we live in presents opportunity, because we see it. We watched Nancy Pelosi fly to Taiwan live on our show, setting up policy with semiconductors. What was it? Taiwan Semi, On Semi. And when the plane landed, you saw the stock move. She's right in the deal so she can buy her own stock. It's unbelievable. We see so much manipulation and corruption. It should not be allowed. I cannot understand how grown men... Remember, a few moments ago, Donald Trump was speaking to millions of Americans going, "Please vote for me, give me the presidency." All right, we'll vote for you. And then the other side of the coin, Kamala Harris was going, "Vote for me, vote for me." And then when that's finished, they can mess around with our lives, make the stock market go violently up and down, And the poor people, most importantly, that work for the government, that get paid by us, not the government, paid by us, might lose their jobs if the government shuts down because a few people can't bloody get what they want. The point of democracy is you discuss it, one wins, one loses, that's it. You don't threaten to shut down the government. I've never understood this. So now I'm going to go around the table and I'd like the Americans to explain to me what the bloody hell that is all about, because I can't understand it. Let's start with Fight Channel, who's been in the military. I can't imagine shutting down the army for 5 minutes. Fight, you're an American. What do you think of all this?
One thing, the military would never shut down. They just don't get paid because they work anyways. I mean, they work without pay.
Exactly.
Who do you guys just elected? Your new President Trump told him that don't pass this bill because it's a long bill. This bill was supposed to be covered funding for the next 2 years. Why did Trump do that? Because he won't put his own thing in when he gets it. He can't do that till that bill get done. That's halfway through his presidency.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree why he did it. He doesn't want to have to live under what we've already agreed. I understand that. But we should just be going backwards and forwards discussing stuff until we fix stuff. There should be no point that the government just stops working while we're discussing stuff. I mean, that's what politicians do. We sit around. I mean, we could spend the next 5 years discussing, whether we're going to back EVs and solar and we're going to do stuff for the green or we're not. I mean, it might take too long and we destroy the planet or whatever, but we can take as long as we want. We carry on discussing. We're always debating. But the government doesn't shut down. The king doesn't get a day off. The army doesn't get a day off. It's just disgusting. And all it does is presents the biggest economy in the world to go up and down like a yo-yo. The people that are terrified people sell out and go, oh my God, what's happening to my money? I must admit, I didn't like to see it go down so much, but it did give me a great opportunity to buy more, so thank you very much. But the poor people that work for the government don't know if they've got a job this Christmas. I mean, what's going on? And you want that person who works for you to be all enthusiastic tomorrow, come to work bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. 5 minutes ago, he might have lost his job because you were pissing around with his life. Unbelievable. Fight?
And today's the last day for Congress, and they'll be in session for another 3 weeks. I mean, new Congress come in, January 5th, I believe. Yeah. I mean, that why he Trump wanted to stop this, because he knew he have the House and the Senate under Republican power. He could do anything he wants. That's why he didn't want this passed. He didn't want Biden his last hurrah before he leave office.
All right. Carry on discussing it then. Carry on debating. Carry on trying to fix it. Come to a solution eventually. But don't threaten to shut down the government. It's children. It's so childish. Let's go. Who else have we got? Who's American? We got our guest, our brand new guest today, Enrique. What do you think about it, Enrique? Shutting down the government. Should it be allowed?
I think it's ridiculous what they're doing. It's like they're all, the Democrats and the Republicans are throwing a tantrum. So, they need to get in a room in a conference room and not let them out until they make a decision and work together. Where's the bipartisanship? So we elect these people to perform duties for the country, and they're all throwing tantrums. We want this, we want that. They work together, and honestly, stepping back, from the FOMC news earlier this week. I mean, I think it's the banks. The banks are causing all this chaos. Yeah. They didn't like where were we with crypto last week? We were all-time highs for a couple of weeks, right? So that wasn't good news for the dollar. So
no.
Yeah, I feel this is all orchestrated. This is all a game,
It is a game. It is a game. It's not rigged against anyone, though. Everyone's got the same opportunity. Well, I've said before on the show, there's no big man trying to stuff the little man. Everyone's the same, Remember, I always believe, I don't believe in dreaming. I believe in getting it done. I wanted to be on an earnings call. I was on an earnings call last night. I want to build a channel, Do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. There's no big man, the little man. We're all the same. The same principles. You just got to play the game. But yes, it is a game, and people are manipulating it and playing silly buggers with us all, and it's wrong, and it's disgusting, and it's just bloody ridiculous. Yeah, you just mentioned that they need to sit in a room, and as you were saying that, it reminded me of like a murder jury. They're sitting deciding, did this man kill this person or not? Are they going to prison or not? Are they going to get the death penalty or not? And they go, we can't agree with each other. We're just going to scrub it. We're not going to give you any result. We're just going to throw it. The person who thinks he might be executed, he just won't know. We can't be bothered to come up with an answer. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. We're just not doing it. We're not going to say yes or no. We just can't be bothered. Stephen, what do you make of all this? You're an American. What do you think of all this government shutdown nonsense?
I think they will. They're not going to shut it down, or they'll extend it. Every time they do this, it's the same thing. It's always fighting, and I just I ignore it. I don't know. I don't let it bother.
I didn't ignore it. I was up all night. I haven't slept, buying the dip. Like I've always said, put the red jacket on, red tie, red days, go to work. Green days, just sit here. And we're a green day now. Could be green all the way now, because I've got a ton of the S&P. I've got more S&P than Warren Buffett. That's how much S&P I've got. Someone's gonna grab hold of that. Probably Fight Channel with his bloody Barbie channel. I can see it coming on. Vaz, you're from the Czech Republic. Do they do all this flipping nonsense over there? Threaten to shut the government down? What do you reckon? You're muted at the moment. Unmute yourself. Tell me all about it.
We've got parties sabotaging themselves.
David Hensley donated $2 through a super chat.
Hang on a second, Vaz.
I want to hear Martyn say, silly buggers again.
Silly bugger.
Silly buggers. Unbelievable. Silly buggers. There you go. Sorry, Vaz. I've got you coming through your phone and YouTube at the same time. Not quite.
We've got parties sabotaging themselves. So anytime they're starting to bring something constructive up, they just either don't participate, or somebody starts ranting and talking for like 4, 5, 6 hours, absolute nonsense with no result at all. So yeah, it's the same. We know that extreme, but it is the same in Czech Republic. Somebody's trying to achieve something or move on or get to a conclusion or discuss something, and then somebody else just says, well, sod it, I'm not playing your game, you're playing my game. And he starts talking about his weekly shopping and how this person is weird and what he wears and how it's affecting everyone, and it's complete nonsense. Yeah, it's the same. I think it's the same everywhere.
Yeah, currently. They actually say sod it. The president of the Czech Republic goes, sod it, I'm sick of this nonsense. Does he say that? No, not literally sod it. But anyway, they have the same debate. They have the same nonsense. That's fair enough. Humans are humans, but they don't shut the government down. Let's talk to Zach. Israel. If Israel's sitting around and they can't come up with a solution, what do? Do they go, that's it, I'm done with it, I can't be bothered, I'm shutting the government down? What do they do over there in Israel? Zach Zake, tell me all about it.
So in a democracy place, when you said us, we are also split between Democrat and Republicans. So the Republican will never give easy time for the Democrats, and the etc. the other way. Especially when you change government in a big change of wave from the Democrat to the Republican that's coming in. So they will give each other hard time. They're not going to shut up, because eventually the world keep going and companies keep working. But as you said earlier this week, they're going to push aside the less effective. The less affection going to push aside, and a lot of companies basically going to lose their position and going to be out of the game very soon.
All right. But there's no deciding to just to shut the government down when they're going for all this drama, though. No, they don't do that.
There is a threat always to shut the government because of unacceptable things between the Republicans and the Democrats. Always there will be an argue between them, and always one will try to get hard on the other.
It shouldn't be on the table that you have the option, if we can't agree, to shut the government down. It just sounds like children. It's not right. The army can't
in Israel,
do it.
In Israel, you will go to a new elections. If something shut down, you're going to go and elect again. You're going to go to a new elections.
Seems a bit over the top, having to go to a whole election because we can't agree on something.
That is correct. And
what is wrong with people? What is wrong?
In 10 years, we had about 6 elections, which for me, it's very wrong, because if the government should hold 4 years and then you break the government, they're criminals. They don't stand in the rules of what they chosen.
Yeah. But you see, I'm trying to separate decisions. We might not be able to, if let's say I'm the president of America, right? I'm in charge, and I say, I want to do this. I want to reduce taxes. And everyone else says no. And I go, yes. And they go, no. And I go, yes. And they go, no. And we don't agree. I can't get enough people to agree with me. We can't make a decision, all right? We don't need to have another election. Don't need to throw me out and get another president. We haven't agreed yet. We haven't solved that problem, but the government still runs. People still work there. The economy doesn't crash. We don't send all the soldiers home and go, no army. I'm just using that as an example. We keep the system going. I don't understand this. We cannot get a decision to this argument, so we shut everything up. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it.
Democracy can collapse, and the only solution to recover it is to start over. I'm an American, and again, for me, the Democrat and the Republican always gave a hard time one to another. But in Israel, when you got 120 ministers, that to get elected, you need to get the most, which is 61. It's very fragile that one will not be with you on the decisions to break the government and to go to re-elections. And that's how it goes on the Democrat countries.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your thoughts. I appreciate it. I just think democratic country, we can agree to disagree, but the system stays in place. The system stays in place. It's just like all of us, we have a debate now. I say one thing about XRP, someone says the opposite, but the channel keeps on running. I don't go, well, I'm not happy with this. We're not agreeing with each other, so tomorrow I shut the show down. It's just stupid. I don't get it.
And none of us is a financial advisor, of course. None of us is the financial advisor.
Absolutely not. We're just sharing our opinions. We got Logan just called in. We got a very busy Friday phone in. Is everybody calling in because they think you might do we might do a giveaway in a minute? This is what happened last week. Don't assume. Zach Zate's doing a give. Are you doing a giveaway, Zach?
We gave already last week. 100 went to 5 channel. I'm meeting you tomorrow, and I'm giving you 300.
I know.
One was for 5 channel.
Yeah.
One we had won and he passed it away, so it's still open. And the other 100 for you to win the spin without even being part of it. So there is still 100 of mine anytime you want.
The other
was it the one and pass it? Somebody won and said he will pass it to the next.
Yeah, we already passed that on. We've already done that one.
So we got your 100 if you want to use.
I don't. I'm not as rich as you. I'm not giving away money every 5 seconds. What do you think this is? But that's why it's so busy. Everyone's thinking, what's going to happen in a minute? I'm loving this. So the phone lines are open if you want to call in. Logan, you've just called in today. What do you think about all of this government shutdown malarkey?
I hate it, but I think trying to sign something for 2 years is insane. I mean,
Fair enough.
I served as well. And
Thank you for your service.
What made me angry is right around September, the Air Force, I was in the Air Force, and they would say, hey, we have all this money to spend, so what do you want? Because if they didn't spend all the money, they wouldn't get the same amount of money next year. So instead, they'd waste whatever they needed to spend as much as they could. So I hate seeing this spread out over 2 years. I'd like to see just a small push for another month or two. Let the new elected officials come in, and then let's figure something out.
I agree 100%. I think anyone in their right mind who's democratic, who is, open for discussion, intelligent debate, would say you can't, in the last few days, because you're finished, try and ruin it for the next guy just to mess it up and say, there you go. I agree. That's wrong. And I agree that Trump says, look, I don't want to start in a messed up situation. I agree. That's fair enough. So we don't agree whatever it is they're discussing, but we don't threaten to shut the government down. The people that work there still go to work. The stock market doesn't crash. However, in a selfish way, I'm thrilled to bits because I've just bought a bloody great dip and I don't care. There you go. All comes back to me at the end of the day, you see. It's all about self. So, and that's what it is, isn't it? That's what's happened. There are people driving it down to buy it back up again. Bloody nonsense. I just feel sometimes like to say I feel sorry for people. Then I stop and think, no, I don't sometimes. Because the information the information is available to all. If we choose to educate, I know this sounds quite hard, and somebody might say that sounds a bit elitist, but it's not, because we're all the same here. We all come from the same, right? I didn't come from money. I didn't come from any opportunity. I've done it all for myself, right? If you choose to ignore information and you don't study and you don't listen and you don't learn and you don't walk into the library and see both sides of an argument, you only want to see what Trump says or you only want to see what Biden says. If you see everything and you open your mind to it all, the information is there for all to see. And you can make informed decisions. However, if you close your mind down and go, I only believe in this, and it all goes pear-shaped, it's your own fault, isn't it? Sounds hard to say it, but it's true. I think too many people are not responsible for themselves. Do you know what I found out? This is amazing. When I first came to America, a year in, it was my 50th birthday, 2 years in. It was my 50th birthday, right? And I said to Leah, my wife, I said, I want 50 guests for 50 years round the house. We'll have a party. It's the one and only time we've ever had anybody in the house. It's like the first time ever, right? Because Leah doesn't like people around the house. It's before I had the YouTube studio, so we had a bit more space anyway. But I had 50 friends, 50 guests, yada, yada, yada. You never guess what I found out. I said, she says, what do you want for food? What do you want for drinks? I said, I don't know. Just do drinks. Don't worry about the food. You got to provide food. So why? You can't offer people drink without food. And I went, of course you bloody can. Of course you can do what you bloody like. It's my house. Come round. In England, years ago, I had no money. My mates would come round for a cup of tea. I didn't put on a spread. Remember Southern Hospitality, my wife's Southern Hospitality, right? We got to put a spread on. Why? We can't afford it. We haven't got to buy everyone dinner. Just invite my mates round. It's their company that counts, not how much money we've got. Let's put on a big spread. No, can't do that. You got to put a spread on. Is that because you're just being really nice? No, you just can't give people drink without food. And I went, what do you mean? Because they might get drunk. Yes. I said, well, they get drunk. No, you can't invite people around your house. If they get drunk, you're responsible. What do you mean I'm responsible? I'm responsible for my guests leaving my house and driving home drunk. And she went, yes. What the hell is this? What is wrong with people taking responsibility for themselves? Shouldn't you be responsible for if you come to my party and you drink my beer and you get drunk, order an Uber, ring up Fight Channel. He'll take you home. He does the Ubers, right? You sort yourself out. Hang on a minute. Martyn Lucas, he didn't give me dinner. I crashed my car. I'm going to sue him. That's what's wrong in it with people today. Unbelievable. Take responsibility for your bloody self. Same with the government. Stop messing around, blaming everybody else. Sort it out. Can you believe that? Now, I see Fight Channel nodding. I saw Logan nodding. I wonder if Zach knew that from Israel, and I wonder if Vaz knew that. Because I bet most of my English guests are going, no way. No way you're responsible. Yeah, you are. You're responsible for your guest getting drunk. I can't believe it.
I'm about to celebrate 50th birthday to my brother. And what I can tell you is by till 50, you regret for the things you've done. After 50, you regret for the things you haven't done.
Very true. That's a very good thing. I'm glad you shared that. That is very, very true. I always believe, and I've always lived like this. Never be afraid. Never be afraid. You'll only regret the things you didn't do. You never regret the things you did do. Because if I get this wrong today and my portfolio goes and I get a bloody great margin call, I mean, you've seen how much margin I got now, right? Pretty mental, right? That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Can't happen because the ones I've got money on, I could trim off, I could sell. So it's not going to happen. But imagine it did, and it all went down the toilet, and I was bankrupt. I've still lived it and did it. I'll get up and carry on. I don't want that to happen, and it ain't going to happen. Can't happen. But you always regret the things you didn't do, not the ones you did do. You're right there. Vaz, you're from Czechoslovakia. Sorry, the Czech Republic. Can you believe it that you need to be responsible? Someone's got a really funny audio coming through. I think it's Vaz. Is it Vaz?
Probably. Yeah, it's probably me. Well, yeah. Martyn, I'm quite glad you said that because I'm gonna watch your party tonight. I'm gonna dial in. I'm gonna get pissed, and it's gonna be your fault.
Yeah, and if you move to America, you can sue me. You can sue me for that. Who come up with this rubbish? Who sits around making up these bloody laws? Unbelievable. Yeah, I tell you what, Vaz, here's some financial advice for you. I'm giving financial advice now. My recommendation is tonight, drink, enjoy, dance with your lovely wife to the party, get drunk as you like, and if you want then to sue me for damages, all right? I have a place for that. We do have a filing cabinet for all complaints sent into the show. It's a special filing cabinet. It's over here. Send it in. I shall file it away, and every Wednesday, it doesn't get thrown away. Oh no, it gets recycled. It gets recycled every Wednesday when the trash man comes. Unbelievable. And that's financial advice right there. Okay, brilliant, fantastic. I'm going to mute you a second, Vaz, just because we're getting some whistling on the phone. But what do the rest of you think of all this? Did you know that? Logan, did you know that? If I come round your house and you give me beer and you don't give me dinner, give me dinner. Well, I haven't got any dinner. I can't afford it. Give me dinner or I'll sue you. Did you know that?
I did. That's why I'm sober.
Yeah, good idea. Hey, no issue now, is there? No problem. It's not right, is it? Where did that law come from? What about Enrique? What do you think, mate?
No, I didn't know that either. That's new to me. So that's good to know.
Yeah, good to know, innit? You're planning a party this weekend. There's probably something in YouTube terms and conditions, because YouTube is American, right? I've got a number of people meeting me tomorrow night in a bar. We're going to eat, we're going to drink. Zach's coming, Steven's coming, a few others are coming. We've got people coming from all over the place. And there's probably something in that will be like, it'll probably be Steven. I can tell he's that sort of guy who's going to give me a hard time, right? He's going to get drunk. He's going to get drunk and he's going to fall over. Something's going to happen. And then he's going to go on Google and he's going to Google it. And he's going to find somewhere, organized event from a YouTuber. Is there any way at all he's responsible for me falling over drunk? He'll find it. And I'll wake up with a lawsuit.
I have drinks. That's it.
2.
I'm a teetotal. Don't drink.
Oh, nice. Nice. I can't drink much either. I drink like 2 pints of beer and I'm drunk. But I'm really looking forward to a proper good night out. So I think I'm going to Uber it everywhere. Going to Uber it so I can just Uber home. I don't have to worry about driving or anything. See, I'm responsible. Take responsibility for myself. Zach, you look like you want to say something.
I think yes.
Stephen?
I think as early as better. As early as better. I'm going to come with Stephen as early. Maybe just to sit down, have a laugh, talk to each other, know exactly the vibe and where we at. Through this week, I spoke to Stephen a few times, and I can tell you, we can't stop talking. We can't hang off the phone. I'm like, we can talk forever. So it will be wonderful time to sit and gather around the table as much as it takes. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, can't wait. Really looking forward to it. It's our second convention. Absolutely brilliant. Fight. What do you make of all this, mate? Bloody nonsense going on here. Have you ever had anyone round your house not giving them dinner and then they moan and sue you?
No, I don't have nobody come over.
No one comes over. You're just a miserable sod. Yeah.
No, I'm always out working.
You're always out working, see? I'm always on YouTube. Same thing. I know what you mean. Well, there we go. We've sorted out the government shutdown. We've sorted... What was there? There was 3 things today. There was a government short... Oh, yeah. The government shutdown was one. XRP... We're okay with that. I haven't got a... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm at work. Maybe. Okay. Sensei is going to call on the closing bell. If you're in the show right now, why am I saying that? They wouldn't... No one could hear it if they wasn't. So everybody watching the show right now, if you're watching right now, Sensei is going to be on the closing bell. He's going to call in, do some charts. And I think that's a really good idea, especially as we've just hit the $2 target. We've bought back in again. We're making money again, and everything's great. Now we want Sensei to say, when do we sell it again? Right? We need Sensei to tell us what to do. Hold our hand, take us down the journey. The fight's going, I don't. I'm on my own. I do my own thing. I'm responsible for my own actions. Right. Bloody marvelous.
That's why my portfolio is down 33K this week.
It's
probably its all-time high.
Yeah, it's been a bad week, isn't it, really?
Last 3 days, yeah.
Yeah. Have you been buying more?
I bought some more of my MSTY this morning at 2 o'clock when I woke up. So what's going on? Then tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah. Look at this. This is the biggest swing I've ever had, right? Ever. Look at this. In money terms. This is the portfolio. This morning, I was down $2,100. That's $3,500 in one day. That's my biggest ever swing. $3,500 swing. How about that then?
They just started.
I know.
They just started.
The Santa rally is intact. The CPI was expected. Do I like having that amount of margin? It's relative. Remember I said before, it's relative. If my portfolio... Well, not if. When it gets to $1 million, can have $1 million of margin. It doesn't matter. It's relative. It's relative. It's the same thing. I wouldn't do that if it was Binky Bonk coin or some speculative coin that could suddenly go down 90%. That would be pretty crazy. But with margin, for those of you that not experienced it, and I've experienced the good and the bad of it, is if you buy a good asset that has a low maintenance average, like the S&P does, by adding more, you're actually strengthening it as well because you've got that asset. That money is tied to that asset, and it actually strengthens it. Of course, as I get paid and start paying it off, that strengthens it even more. But I noticed that sometimes if I was at 56% yesterday, I'm now at 51. I think it's 51, 52%. It's come down like 4%. Yes, I know. 50. It's still 50%. Still 50%. Right? Fight Channel was like, ooh, you're getting a bit risky now. 50%.
I'm at 40%.
You're at 40%. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm very comfortable with that. It just might take me 3,000 years to pay it off.
Oh, I'm comfortable with it too because I got more dividends getting paid today.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the rates are coming down. They've just come down. And by the way, we need to say this.
Incredible.
Yeah, I know. Look at my rate though. It's extra good, and it's about to get.
5.25. I know.
You know, because it's gone over the limit, right? It hasn't done it yet. It will do it tonight at midnight. If I go over there, look, if I show you the buying power, there, and it is view details. 5.55. Can you see it there? Look, 5.55. But it will go to 5.25 midnight tonight. But of course, that will drop right off again the moment it goes down. I would love if Robinhood said that once you hit it, you stay there, but you don't, do you? I'm sure it's just going to fall back down again. But the point is, rates are going to come down again in the new year, at least twice. There's a good chance it might even be more, but I'm banking on twice. So margin's going to get virtually, it's not say free, but it's going to be so inexpensive for the S&P. And bearing in mind, I'm still on track to take 8,000 on the 1st of January from it. And get a 3% match on the IRA, which will basically cost me 2%, which won't be 2% because I'll pay that off first. I know you can't decide which ones to pay off first, but I will, in my mind, pay off that first, and so that'll be free anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. But the biggest investment, like I said yesterday in my video, is the engine. I could not do what I'm doing if I'm not earning any money. And my job is YouTube, like everybody else, right? If I'm earning if I've got $50 a month to invest, I can't have that level of margin unless I want to sell. But I don't want to sell. I want to accumulate. Anyway, so we've talked about the shutdown. We've talked about XRP. Inflation. We're happy with inflation. We've not had a reaction yet to the FOMC report. How did everybody feel about it? Meet Kevin said he felt lied to and manipulated, and the whole thing was a scam, and Jerome Powell lied and all the rest of it, and we were told inflation's coming down when it's not. It's nonsense. I'm very happy with Jerome Powell's performance. Let's go around the table. Let's start with Logan. What do you think about the FOMC report?
I don't necessarily agree. I just feel like I wish they would stick to, when they compute inflation, I wish they would stick to the same data set.
If you look at
well, if you look at if you compare it to shadow stats and they compare where inflation was based on how they did it in 1980 or versus 1990, inflation is still really high.
Yeah.
So to me, in some ways, I just feel like it's manipulated. I'm not saying Powell's doing a good or a bad job. I just wish they would do it to an apples to apples comparison versus, I feel like sometimes they pick arbitrary things to compare inflation or to compute it at least.
I agree. I agree with you. I think it's wrong to keep changing the way it's measured because it manipulates the narrative. But I think at the end of the day, like why we cover the FOMC report, it's not just the rate, it's what they say at the conference, how they say it, the language that's used. So we get a flavor of where the economy is going. That's all we're trying to do. We're just looking at it to see where we see, because I don't know if you feel this way, Logan, but I know I do. When I'm investing, I'm looking. Thank you, Joan
Steelman has become a member.
Thank you, Joan. I will give everybody their membership perks at the end of the show, on board you to Discord and all the training and all that stuff at the end of the show. So stand by for that. What was I going to say? The stock market is 6 months ahead, right? 6 months ahead of the economy. Economy is the economy, stock market, the stock market. And as investors, we're buying today for the future price. I mean, that's the very definition of what investing is, right? I mean, I know some people just buy and what's it going to be in 3 seconds? That doesn't interest me. That's gambling. But I'm looking at where the economy is going. We know the businesses have performed well, 75% beat on earnings. We've done another good one this morning. We heard from JP Morgan that they're upgrading Broadcom. We know Nvidia is doing well. When the war ends in Ukraine, which it will, even though it is throwing Ukraine under the bus, they're going to end up giving half the country away. It'll be good for the economy of America. It'll be good for the economy of the world. It's the food baskets where we get all our wheat from. So it will help the world. That'll be a great day. And generally speaking, the economy is going in the right direction. And if we can continue the way we are, I want to be part of that. I want to be in it and invested in it. So yesterday we learned that the inflation is sticky. It's not coming down as quickly as we might like. But you know me, I like to take my time, and I like the fact it's taking time because we don't get a Paul Volcker. You may remember years ago when they cut rates and then it went straight back up again. And we don't want that because that would throw my portfolio upside down. If we suddenly had inflation go back up again and rates go back up again, then I'd be looking to sell. And I don't want to sell because then I'd have to pay tax. And I'd be selling stocks that I bought a year ago that are way up. I'd be winning to bring my margin down, but I don't want to do that. I want to own all my stocks, hold them forever, let them compound, reinvest the dividends. And I want to be just paying down the margin so I'm buying the future now rather than waiting 10 years to earn that money. So that kind of makes sense. I don't want to have to sell, but if we got Jerome Powell reducing rates too quickly and promising 5 or 6 cuts next year to make Wall Street happy for now, inflation would come back up again, and then we'd all be in a much worse situation. I don't think he wants a Paul Volcker. So that's my thought on it.
Are the asset prices going up because they're printing so much money, though?
Well, yeah, but then this is another thing we talked about, right? Why I am a believer in being fully invested as opposed to putting money in the bank, right? If you put money in the bank, your money is always going down, even if you're getting 0.5% from the bank, right? Because inflation. So you're getting less and less money every year. Now, if you only owned a business that went sideways, because inflation is on it, the prices of that business are going up, right? Your stock price will always go up with inflation, even if it's only a couple of percent a year. So you're always making more money just by standing still. You're not gaining more buying power, but you're matching the system rather than sticking money in the bank. So they can print money all they want. As far as I'm concerned, that's always happened. You know, it's a kind of level of corruption in a way. We used to have dollar. You know, every dollar had gold bullion to back it up. That went out the window years ago. Now we've just got money. We just print. There's no real money anymore. It's not based on anything. That's where RLUSD comes in, because there's going to be $1 of fiat to $1 of RL. That's kind of cool. I like that. But so to mitigate that, to get around that, just be all invested. Own a business, and as Coca-Cola puts its prices up for its cans of Coke, even if it makes no more money, it's just going sideways, the share price is going up by 2%. So my money, I'm protected from inflation. That's how I protect myself from inflation, rather than buying Bitcoin as a hedge. That's how I do it. That's why I like owning businesses. So you make money by default, even if you're going sideways, just by being in the market, as opposed to I'm sitting on my cash in the bank. I know people say cash is king. I think cash is trash. Cash should be deployed and working for you. If your money isn't working like your little soldiers, I'm the general in my castle, you've heard me say that, then it's just, you're going backwards. So they are printing money, but I'm not bothered.
My concern with the printing money is eventually, especially if with Saudi Arabia getting kind of moving away from petrodollars, who's going to want to buy our dollars if we keep printing?
I agree. It's a rubbish system, but it's been like this since the beginning of time. What makes the US dollar and the US economy better is the US produces the stuff that people need, the technology. Apple, all the big companies that come out of America. We've got the strongest economy in the world. Is it broken? Yeah. Are we in buckets of debt that we're never going to pay off? Yeah. Is it stupid? Yeah. The system's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. But it's a game that we have to play. It's like playing Monopoly. This is a game, a life Monopoly. And you can't win it unless you play it. If you sit on the sidelines and go, it's all rubbish, I don't believe in any of this, that's fine. Nor do I. I'd much rather just live in the jungle, eating off the land and having a nice, living by nature. But living by nature is uncomfortable too, because a lion's going to come along and eat me because he's tougher than me. It's not living by nature isn't going to be nice either. I'm probably going to get a disease and I haven't got any money to buy medicine, so I'm going to die of some disease. So living the good life is rubbish as well. So you might as well just play the game. This is how it works and make the most of it. So there'll always be people corrupting it, printing money, making up nonsense. But ultimately, as Warren Buffett said, and I believe in him, nothing better than investing in the American economy. It's where everything's made. It's where everything works. And that's the best I can hope for, really. Yeah. Anyone got any thoughts on that? FOMC
I wouldn't be pity or sorry for any country in the world. Every country makes so much money. Every country have her hands, like you said, you can call it corruption, but every country in the world, what America is trying to do, like you said, and I love the fact that they're trying to bring it back to the people. This cut, which a year ago we were 5.5, less than a year, and now we're at 4.5, which means, especially in my category in building and housing, nobody wake up in the morning and said, I'm going to spend X or Y for remodel or for things to do in his yard. But eventually, that's where loans and mortgages and everyone that pays loans cut to the 4.5. I could see with my own eyes how the people stop taking loans, stop supporting with because of the rates, and the rates comes back toward the personal people that live here with relief of their costs. So that is a great step to be done. But Jerome said, of course, I had no doubt when I raised. There is no second thought. There is no worries when you raise up. But when you cut, there is unclear and uncertain for the results. So they do it very slow, and the potential to get to the 2 and drop another 2 drops next year definitely going to happen just toward the people. And that's why I love America, because the government does give you a try to support and build, and that is individually toward housing, because people will build more, develop more, and eventually we are talking here on internet and live and have a beautiful conversation when part of America does not have internet. Those kids needs to use AI to learn. They can't use the internet yet. So we need to find that balance and build a level society to get everybody the conditions to be in a better world.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, because you're spot on there. People forget how amazing, how much opportunity there is in America and how good they've got it. Every one of us, factually, is 95% richer than the rest of the world, factually, by the fact that you are here today with electricity, with water, with food, basic fundamentals, and you've all got money to invest because you're all investors, right? You're 95% richer than everybody else on the planet. So how amazing is that already? And think of all the billions of people that have lived in the past and that will live in the future. And right now it's your go. And you're in the 95%. So the fact you're even existing and alive is an amazing miracle. And then you're in the 95% of all the people on the planet that's got it good, and yet you're moaning about it. And I tell you what, this reminds me, when I came to America, I was told to join networking groups. And I joined networking groups. Remember, I came from nowhere. Even though I had great success with One Night in Vegas and my Piano Man thing, I came from nowhere. And I always value every dollar, and I always value every opportunity. I live life every day to the max. I live like it every day, right? And I came to America, and I went to a networking meeting full of rich networking people. And I made friends, and I'm there, and I'm standing up. Hi, I'm Martyn Lucas. I'm from England, and I've just moved in, and blah, 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 blah. And within 5 minutes, boom, 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 I'm off and running. I'm excited, right? I put on a theatre show. In the town, sold out for a summer show, 2 nights, sold out both nights, then Christmas, sold out. Anyway, people would come up to me and they would say, bloody hell, Martyn, you've done amazing. You've only been here 5 minutes and everyone's doing business with you. You're doing this, you're doing that. It's brilliant. And I said, yeah, I know, because it's amazing. And they go, what do you mean? I'm struggling and I'm this and that. And the other. I said, what do you mean? And they would moan about stuff. And I went, you've no idea how good you've got it. It's amazing. And I used to be asked to speak. I was employed, paid to go to networking meetings and inspire people. And I go, what do you mean? How could I inspire? I'm from England, right? People that lived here had forgotten how good they got it. And it's why you see all the time the good immigrants, because I'm a good immigrant, right? I paid to come here, did the green card, I pay taxes, paying a lot of taxes now. And next year with my YouTube channel going up, I'm going to be a good taxpayer. You're going to like me, right? I'm going to be paying for that wall being built down in Texas, wherever it is. I'm going to pay for that wall next year, all by myself, let me tell you, as I keep growing. But, there's so many immigrants that come here who do so much more. Same in England. In England, people sit around and moan as well. Oh, bloody rubbish. And the guy running the corner shop's always from China or Japan, and he works really, really hard, and he's got this really big business because he came here and realised what a great opportunity it was, and he ran with it. And you see that all the time. So I know there's lots to moan about, and we're all struggling, and stuff's expensive, and blah, 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 blah. But we've still got a good life, there's a lot to be thankful for in America, I reckon. As there is in England, by the way. Not just going to say America. England's good too, just so you know. Enrique, what do you think about the FOMC report, the state of the economy? Are you proud to be American? Are you happy?
You know what? I'm a bit disappointed that it with that single press conference it affects everyone, the economy, the consumer. Just with those words spoken during that meeting, I mean, it impacts so much, right? But on the other hand, we can also play the game, right? We can also join the game. So that's where we step in, the investors, and play the game that they're playing, right? The 3D chess, and we can watch those press conferences and make investment decisions from there, which is kind of sad. It affects everyone, but at the same time, I mean, this is why we're here, right? To make some money at the end of the day.
Exactly. There's plenty. That's it. The world's unfair. The world's unfair. There's people out there with no money, struggling, and it's not all their own. It's not all their own fault. You can't just go, well, it's your own fault. You didn't get off your arse and do anything about it. Some people, they are lazy. Some people do sit on their asses and do nothing about it. There's a lot of stupid people. There are. Let's be honest. There are a lot of lazy people. There are. Let's be honest. Not respectful, not nice people. I got plenty that troll me who say all sorts of horrible things, and they're all losing money and threatening me, and not horrible. That's horrible people, But at the end of the day, you're responsible for yourself, and you should be proud and happy to get on with it. But it's an unfair world. It is an unfair world, and a lot of people don't get opportunity. Not everyone gets opportunity. You've got to create your own opportunity, but you can start with nothing. We've had people come on this show. We've had people come on this show from Africa, third world. We've got people all over the world, and they've said to me in the chat, "I've only got $5. Can I make money with $5?" I go, "Yeah, you can. You can be up exactly the same percentage as me, exactly the same. Your $5 won't make you. I mean, I'm now $3.5, nearly $4,000 today. Your $5 won't make you $4,000 in a day, but it will make the same percentage. And if you're younger than me, which most of them are at that age, who have $5, you're going to catch up with me and overtake me anyway. So yeah, we can all do it. Don't matter where you come from. You just got to start and, be committed to it. Anyway, I was happy with the FOMC report. What do you think, Stephen? Was you happy with it? Like Enrique said, it's a game, isn't it? They talked, they rocked the world, and those that paid attention, who sat up all night and put red jackets on because it's red, bought the dip. Thank you very much. What do you think, Stephen?
Yeah, I bought the VU, and I'm just living a life. I'm always on vacation. I'm retired. I love.
That's it. What did I just say about everyone? Not everyone has it great, and you're sitting up there in window number 10. I'm always on vacation. But you worked for it, didn't you? You didn't just get it. You didn't just wake up. You worked for it.
I started with nothing, just like you, and built it up and got out of debt, and everything's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm life. I love the technology. Love it.
That's one of our catchphrases. That's an inside joke. Shouldn't do inside jokes, but we like doing it from time to time. Absolutely right. Yeah, it's right. You worked for it and you've earned it. I've never understood this, and I visited a jail around here. It was a Lions Club event. We went to a jail, and we were able to talk to some of the inmates. And I remember talking to one inmate, and he said to me, I said, "What are you in for?" And he said, "Stealing. I robbed." I said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Well, if someone's got something I haven't got, I think it's right that I take it. Why should someone have something I haven't got?" I said, "But that person worked for that. Why have you just taken it?" He said, "Well, it's my right to take it." And I just couldn't understand that he felt it was okay just to take what he didn't have. Stevens worked for it. Didn't start having free holidays. If you work for it, you can get it. You haven't got a right to steal it from someone who just because they got it. They didn't have it 5 minutes ago. I didn't have this studio 4 and a bit years ago. Didn't it exist? And it was all the money I'd saved up and spent on it over years to build it. And then I actually worked for free for the first year and a half for nothing. And now, hey, 4.5 years later, $250,000 invested, and I've got a YouTube channel. I had to work for it. And Stephen's the same. So, Stephen, when you look at an old person like you, because you are an old person compared to the rest of us, we have to.
Fight's a little old.
Yeah, Fight's even older, is he?
Yeah.
We look at you. We should look at you with inspiration. That's what I want to do. I want to be like Stephen Lewandowski. I want to be on holiday all the time. So, got to work and earn it, just like Stephen did. Don't steal it.
I put the work in and the energy, and just like I said, the technology. I can't believe you can do this. I can sit at home retired and make money.
I know. It's mad, isn't it? I know. I'm living proof of that. Absolutely brilliant. I don't leave my house. When I first got paid, look at this. I'll show you. Look at this. Look at this. This is.
Oh, God, orgies. Fuck.
Leah framed this for me. This is. Can you see what that says? First £20 Martyn made on YouTube. It was the first day.
Like dollars, not pounds. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, $20. Bloody hell. $20. Bloody hell. Anyway, the way it works is every month I get paid on Google, because Google own YouTube, right? And it's through Google AdSense or whatever it is. And then Google said the first month came up when I had some money, because they pay you once a month. As long as you earn more than $100, you get paid every month, right? And it came through and it said this month is 20. I don't get paid this month until the next month, because I had to get over 100, right? So I told Leah, I said, "Leah, I've just got $20. I've earned $20. And she was fantastic. And think about that for a minute. Some people laughed at me when I said that. $20. You sit all day long, spent all that money. What a bloody waste of time. I said, I haven't left my house. I haven't produced anything. I didn't make a can of beans and put beans in it. I didn't make an iPhone and sell it. I just sat here and talked to people. It's a modern miracle. It's a modern, and some people would say, and very often, a 16-year-old kid on TikTok who gets 1 million subscribers in 3 seconds thinks they deserve it. Oh, I deserve it. I should have $1 million. Why? Because I'm sexy and I shake my bum like that. Look at that. I do that. I do that. You've all seen them. 60. Look at that. I should be. I'm very young and sexy, and everyone should give me millions of dollars to look at my feet on OnlyFans. I went, really? It's ridiculous, and well done if you can get it. But, don't take it for granted. People have to work all their lives for what you're earning just by doing that. So I was thrilled to flipping bits when I got my first $20 on YouTube, and I thought, right, I'm one day going to make that 200, and then 2,000, and then $20,000 a month. I'm not there yet, but we're going to get there, and I'm very excited. Amazing, right? Just for doing this. So, The opportunity's out there. If someone's sitting watching this right now and goes, I want to make money, You can go on, you can create an Amazon store. You can do drop shipping. You could do anything. As long as you provide value to people, not just copy everybody else, you can provide value and you can earn money. But the key is creating an idea that no one else is doing, find value in it for people that they need something, and then work at it and stay working at it and never give up. And if you do that, you can be like me, which is somewhere in the middle, and then you've got Stephen Lewandowski, like further up than that, and then right at the top you got Zach Zate, super rich, down the bottom down here. You got Zach. What? Why? No, you. I'm pointing to you. I'm not pointing to me. I'm pointing to you. You think? Hang on. You think this? Hang on. You think this guy's got some money? You think this guy got some money? No, this is the guy with money. This one down here.
That's right.
he never works.
He's a hard worker. Zach's a hard worker.
Yeah, he's always working. Yeah, but don't ring him up and ask him to do a kitchen remodel, though. Don't ask him to put a floor in for you. Cost you. It's very high end stuff. I said to him, I think I sent him a message. I said, I'd like that. I'd like a posh garage floor. You know the nice posh garage floors? And he said, you can't afford me. I thought, that's a bit cheeky. That's a bit cheeky. He doesn't know how much money I got. He's looking at my portfolio of $200,000. You can't afford my garage floor. I'm thinking, bloody hell, what is it? We saw the beauty of it, what he does. He doesn't just come along. See, the way I do it is if I was making my garage floor all posh, I get that paint. You know the red paint you can get? Just brush, paint, about $50 down from Home Depot. I'm done. I think I've got a brilliant garage floor. That's not what Zach Zate does.
Has become a member.
He don't agree with that. No. It cost you $5,000 just to have him come round and give you a quote.
Let's, if I may, and I appreciate your bringing that attention. Vaz is on the circle. I'll wait after Vaz.
Vaz, speak to me. Go on, Vaz. Oh, I muted the guest. I muted it. Sorry. There you go.
You know what, Martyn? Now you upset me. I'm going. I will stop following you. I'm dismissing my membership. I'm going.
No. What have I done?
You muted me. You didn't give me any chance to speak. Okay. I don't like it. I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely. Bugger off then. What was you going to say?
Well, I would just probably add to what everyone's been saying. We are all responsible for our own lives and happiness and our own success. If somebody wants to be a miserable sod who doesn't like themselves or doesn't like is angry at everyone just because of their life is shite, it's probably their own fault. It's not somebody else's fault most of the times. I mean, if I look back, I've started looking back a lot now, and I look back and 7 years ago, I've been homeless in the UK. Not by my fault. It was, again, I just contradicting what I said, but the guy I lived with...
I didn't realise that. You've been homeless, have you?
Yeah, I lived with a guy who rented a house, and he sublet me a room. And funny enough, it was our football team coach, and he just didn't pay. I paid my rent for the room. He didn't pay the rent for the house. And I didn't realize at the time being it was illegal, but I got kicked out. He got kicked out as well from the house. And it was just this time of the year. It was probably, I think it was end of November or early December. And it took me a bit of time. I've spent a few nights in a garden shed, and it was freezing. Thankfully, I had my job. I didn't have car, but I worked nights, 12-hour night shifts. So I just carried on working, and then I happened to get the chance to sleep in our football venue. And there were changing rooms, so I had access to hot water and a bit of electricity, and it was warm in there. But it took me like probably 2 months to get back, get my own place. So I didn't end up in the street, but it wasn't nice. But I didn't give up. I just knew I can do it. I can deal with it. I had friends, or I had people who started to be my friends at the time, because you only know your friends when something goes wrong. You have a lot of friends when you are successful and everything is fancy, but the true friend comes out only when you are down and when you are in a bad place. So yeah, I never gave up. I knew I could do it. I believed in myself, and I just fought with it. And here I am, 7 years later. I'm a production manager. I think I'm getting well appreciated. I have great future in front of me because our factory is gonna grow probably twice the size next year. Yeah, I'm starting my own business. Well, not business, but side hustle. Yeah, I think I'm in much better place. But I like to look back at the journey because it keeps me humble. I would like to think that, at least.
Wow, that is an amazing story, and
Yeah, it is.
I'm so glad you shared that because it's amazing.
Before bad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a big deal. It's amazing on. I've just muted you again just because of that little whistling noise for some reason. I just want to say to you that it's an amazing story, and it's surprising and it's not surprising because we've all been in bad places. We've all lost things, including myself. We've all been to the bottom, including myself. And we've all been to the top, up and down. We've all been there. And it's amazing because now, I mean, on our music channel, you're probably one of our biggest supporters, tippers. I mean, you would never have assumed that you have had such a hard time because we've all seen it. Vaz is doing $10, $20 super chats all the time. I mean, like massive. And me and Leo have often said, bloody hell, I wonder what Vaz does. He's really doing well, obviously. He's right up there. MSK does the big $500 super chats. It's like, wow, he's done really well. And there you are explaining your story, been like that. Well, that's led me on to share something very personal from me. Because you mentioned about taking responsibility for self. And, we all had a bad time. And some people get angry against the world. And some people do the right thing like you did and use it to gain strength to do the right thing. I said, I get a lot of trolls and people get angry and do say bad things. They're the ones that fall out of the system. They're not like you, Vaz. They didn't turn it into a positive like all of us here. Work hard, do something. Some people turn it into negative. Some people turn it into really negative. Now, I can't share it on the screen because it is very bad language. It's an email I've got. It's out of focus. All I'm going to do is out of focus, but it's there. I'm going to read you an email that I received. Imagine how Leah took this. Remember, if you're listening right now, we're real people here. Real people. I care about people. My wife cares about people. She cares about me. Imagine how she felt when I read this to her. This is important. You could be like Vaz, turn negativity into something positive, like all of us have done, or you could choose to live this route. And I'm going to leave some of the words out. All right? He has a very offensive email that he's created on Gmail. So he knows who he is. I can't read it out. A very, very offensive email that he's used. I'm coming for you, thief. FBI, FTC, and Dallas police next is your lawsuit. Then it's prison for you. That's one of the milder ones. But that was received last night. I shared it with my wife. I wish I hadn't done. She was very upset. So, some people watch this show and for whatever reason, life hasn't gone well for them. Some people blame me because XRP's gone up or down. It's my fault. Some people bought a stock because of me and then it went down. It's my fault. Even though I'm making money all the time, I seem to be doing okay. So I'm, my decisions seem to work fine. So if you are following me, not following me very well, are you? And they get angry. And rather than life is tough and let's learn and be like all of us here and Vaz, they do that. And I could get upset about that, which I am, and go, ugh, not doing this anymore. This is horrible. Who's watching the show? What's next? But you can't allow yourself to do that. You've got to carry on and do the right thing. But I thought I would share that with you because you just shared what you did with me there, Vaz. And these are some of the things that go on. And it's not very nice. We don't want to be and just, just to add clarity to that, obviously, I don't even need to say it because you're all sensible people. It doesn't even make any sense, does it? Apparently, and there was another comment. He changed email username, and I've already logged it. We have all this stuff logged for legal reasons. And he said, and I can actually show this with you because it's not. There's no swear words there. This was his comment. Scammer beware. Do not trust Martyn Lucas. I've had to file FBI report. I mean, it's so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. FDC in responding to Dallas police and filing a lawsuit against him. Do not trust him. He will rip you off like he did me. Message me and I will show you proof. So apparently someone out there has proof that I've ripped him off. There you go. Amazing. So what do you think of that, Vaz? I'll unmute you a second. Yeah, not very nice. Let me mute you. There you go. This is some of the stuff we get.
I don't know what to say. On the other hand, the more haters and these, I know it's not nice to deal with and get on with it in your daily life, but this proves something. This proves you're doing something wrong, doesn't it? I know it's harsh and you don't wanna see that everywhere, but
I think you meant proof of doing something right. Isn't that what you meant?
Did I say wrong? Sorry. Yeah.
I want to make sure we get that right because he'll come back with that. See, even his own, I don't know, followers, the brainwashed, even they think it's wrong. Yeah. See what? You've got to be careful there. I don't know. It's not nice though.
I think these people are just jealous and they are angry that they can't be there, although they can. They just never manage to do the hard work, and that's why people get jealous, because I think people are jealous because they are angry at themselves, not that somebody else has got something they don't have. They are angry that they can't have, or they can't work to have what the other person has.
But if they just stopped and thought about it for 3 seconds, they'd realize that we all started the same and we all are the same, trying to do, it's crazy. And you don't even do anything. Let's be absolutely clear. If you invest on the stock market and you win, all you did was take the money that you got by doing a job, which everybody does, whether you sell lemonade on a stand or work at McDonald's or work as the CEO of Apple. We all have a job. We all earn money, even if you've got unemployment benefit and you've not got a job. All I've done is what you can do, is invest it in the S&P. That's it. We can all do it. I didn't do anything. I just looked and read the balance sheet, the FOMC report, and when the market went down this morning because of the FOMC report, all the silliness going on with the government, the fear over inflation, none of it was important. It drove the market down, and I bought it. With the money that anyone can have from any job, that's all I did. I didn't make it go up. I just made the decision to buy. So if I get rich from doing that, I didn't do anything. Anyone can do it. And on that note, look at this. Look at it. I'm not doing this. It's doing it itself just because I invested it rather than spent it. Look at that. We have gone this morning. Where is it? Where is it? The day. Look at this. minus 2,168 to up 2,613, 246. That's 4,700 swing in one day. 4,700 swing in one day. My biggest gain ever in the history of this channel by an absolute mile. I didn't do anything. I just read the balance sheet, listened to the news, bought the dip. That's it. Anyone could do it. Whether you had $1 or $1 million, the same principle. Anyway, what fight? Woo! Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing in one day? $4,000 plus?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's never enough for some people. I'm not even going to ask Zach and Stephen, just focusing on you. Zach Sate's going, that's a deposit for one of my floors, mate. Don't get too excited. You still can't afford my flooring. I'm getting there. When I get to $1 million, I'll ring you up.
If people didn't look at it, we had 3 opportunities to buy near the end of this year. We had August 5th, September 6th, the downfall, and then this week. Yeah. You didn't buy in at the dip then what are you guys doing? Know what I'm saying? I mean, the first 2 dips, I was down 15K, 25K, rebounded. Down 33K here this time. Already rebounded to 22K.
David Trott has become a member.
I mean, just depend on your strategy. If you want to buy high, buy high. Because I'm not buying high, I'm buying low. I sell high, buy low.
Yep. We've all got, that's what I love about the stock market. It's exactly the same chart that everyone's looking at, whether you're Warren Buffett, Jimmy Buffett, or Martyn Lucas. We're all sat looking at exactly the same. Warren Buffett can't buy the S&P on discount because he knows somebody in the trade. Oh, I know a deal. I can get it cheaper. Like if I'm Zach Zate's best mate, I can get a 10% discount on his flooring. I can get that, but I can't get a 10% discount on the S&P, can I? Stephen.
Yep, I do. I buy when I'm ready, when it's low, and then I wait for it to go up a couple dollars, and I sell for a profit. So
now listen. Let's look at it. I could sell now. Huge amount of margin. But why did it go down? Not because the businesses have failed, because of all the macro conditions we talk about all the time on the show. That's why it went down. I own those businesses. I've got $250,000 of the S&P. Lovely. I want to own that. Now I've got to focus on going to work every day, showing up and paying the margin down. I won't need to buy any more stock now for a very long time. But at the end of the day, I'm investing in myself. And if I can earn more and more money. And remember, the dividends now are going to be a lot higher. I'm trying to get to that $1,000 a month. Yes. Be shush. I'm trying to get to $1,000 a month. I'm about a third of the way there now. But like we said to Logan earlier, by default, we go up now as they print money. Even if those businesses go sideways, they're going to go up in price as far as the stock price is concerned, even if those businesses go sideways. So my $1.31 a share for the S&P, or whatever it is, 135, which isn't anywhere near a dividend stock like what, because it's a $550 stock. I mean, let's get real. It's a very small percent. But however, when you own $250,000 of them, it's quite a lot. It adds up. But the point is, it will compound and it will go up. And that $1.30 will become $1.60, $1.80, $2. And it won't take many years without doing anything at all to get to that $1,000 a month dividends. And then if I've got margin, which I probably will have at that point because I'm not earning that much money on YouTube, that will go a long way towards paying it, and it will eventually come down, and it will just keep going up and up, and then it will compound and compound. Anyway, been a great chat today, guys. Stephen?
In the future, waiting for oil.
You're waiting for oil. Like you've said on this show, and you've taught us time and time again, a man who's made money from oil, oil is one for the patient, right? Secular.
Yep.
You've got to wait for it to come back down. Like you say, even with EVs taking over the world, It's millions of years before they're all replaced. And oil isn't just in cars. It's not just in all that. It's in everything. It's in our toothpaste, our plastics, our leathers, our everything. We're always going to use oil. You're absolutely right. It's a thing we're always going to need. And because of Donald Trump now, obviously oil is going to go down. Good time to buy, right? And just keep accumulating it. And then the time will come and it will go back up again. Remember when they were paying us to take oil? Did you get an oil? Was you in oil then when they were paying you? I bet you were, weren't you?
Yes, I bought a lot of oil back in the day when it was $15 a barrel.
Yeah. Wasn't there a moment when they literally were? It was negative. I know they wasn't literally paying you, but it was negative, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so low. It was like buying oil when they invented oil.
When they invented it. Brilliant. I like it. So yeah, just got to wait. And so that's it. Same thing. I had to wait for the big dip to come. It came, and now look what happens. And you're waiting, and that's it. Patience. Don't get impatient and want it all now. You want to be rich in 5 minutes. Anyway, brilliant. I've had a great chat today. This has been one of our best phone-ins today. Yes, Zach.
So Jerome respond to a Bloomberg answer that it is all about the story. We're 7 different people with 7 different stories. When you look at the story of each one of us, when you in the stock, the portfolio is like a family picture of your life, which again, if you're an investor, not a trader, if you're holding the companies that you like and you follow, and that's your portfolio to show who you are. But as every stories with the, let's call it ups or downs, you are absolutely in control, and as more as ambitious and expectations from yourself, you're going to get it as the same way back from the market. The game is playing, and eventually it's a risk. No matter what, it's a risk. But if you are looking and surrounding yourself with the right people, when you talk about kitchens, when they do an event for me as a VIP, they bring me to the stage in front of 5,000 people, give me $1,000 as a contractor that support them, and buying 20 kitchens a year, they give me in front of everybody once a year an event, and I feel first, I surrounded myself with the business and contracts that I can work with fully understanding and trust, which still I don't trust nobody. That's why I'm there. And the second, this is what's life about. Surround yourself with good, and you're going to get even better.
That is absolutely true. Yeah, you associate with it. This is why you won't see me in Reddit. You won't see me in stock twits with a bunch of idiots talking rubbish. I agree. You've got to associate with winners, associate with smart people, winners. Be a winner, you become a winner.
Part of your story. They become part of your story.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same as like we all pick up accents, right? Wherever we live, we speak like the natives. You mold in. Leah has started. My wife loves tea now. She loves tea. Didn't like tea, right? She sees me drinking it. She keeps having a little go. She loves tea now. There's lots of English things she loves, which she never did before. And it's the same thing. You become your surroundings. And if you don't like your life, hang out with the people's lives that you aspire to be, and then that will be your life. I think that's spot on. So you stood on stages when you've been awarded for doing good business, did you say?
Yes, they reward me, and of course me and my wife going for a big meal and all the workers, and then they call me to the stage, give me.
I love it. Oh, I'd love to see that. We want to come. Yeah. Next time that Zach Zate is the winner of the best garage flooring expert in the world, we're all coming, and the Lucas A's are going to go, hey, best ever.
Home Depot won't do it for you.
Huh?
Home Depot won't do it for you, and I don't get Home Depot, but wood or natural stuff. I like quality, and that's why it keeps my business very,
always
very positive.
Yeah, always aspire to be the best. It's the only way. Don't try and do cheap rubbish. Always aspire to be the best. You'll always succeed. Logan's been nodding and thinking, what's your story, Logan? We're just getting to know you now. Everyone, apart from Enrique, I need to get to know Enrique more. But Logan, what's your story, mate? What brings you here? Who are you?
Well, I'm new. I've been a government worker for years, but no, I'm new to investing. I'm just trying to learn. What's the saying? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Oh, yeah, good one. Good one.
So really, I'm just trying to learn. I want to. I've got a lot of HSA money that I'm putting away for my wife because I'm a disabled veteran, so I'm covered when I retire. But I'm trying to invest that HSA money and build a nice nest egg for my wife so we can retire early. I don't want to work until I'm 65, 70.
No.
So I'm just looking for ways to invest and grow wealth so that I can live a good life.
If you bought that dip at 5 o'clock this morning on the S&P, you've had a swing of about 7% on the S&P.
No, I didn't get that dip, but I did get the XRP dip this morning.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And that's a good thing to think about as well. Don't think about what you didn't get. Think about what you did get. Because every day there's a million things I've not got. Every day there's opportunity. I can't do everything. Doesn't matter. Be happy with what you do have. Don't, he bought that. I wish I'd bought that with him. Don't worry about that. What's important is what you did. Congratulations. What in I saw Fight's ears prick up then when you said a retired veteran, because so is Fight. Which services were you in?
I was in the Air Force. I worked on. I was a avionics specialist on C-17s.
Thank you for your service. Brilliant. I love it. Love it. So you could probably be best mates then with Zach Zake, because he's all about spaceships. He's all about flying things, and you know all about it. So you and him would probably.
I served on the Sikorsky CH-53, the helicopter. 3 years in the Air Force.
Look at that. Well, not to be outdone, I had a Airfix model kit, and I made a little plane, made a Spitfire. Does that count? With glue on the end of a matchstick along the edges, sticking together. In fact, there's a really bad story there, really, because I did that when I was younger, when I was about 10, right? And about 20 years ago, and it's that long ago, I went to not Dunkirk, beg your pardon. I went to Dover, White Cliffs of Dover, where the planes flew over in the Second World War, the Battle of Britain, Spitfire, all that. And I was there and I bought a Spitfire plane, the Rolls-Royce engine, big. It's not big. It's probably about that big. It's about a foot long, right? And when people say it took me 20 years to make this, like it took, because they did it so well and they took so much time into it. Well, it's taken me 20 years so far to make that plane. It's still in the box on my model table in England. I've opened the box. I've looked in. It's still sitting there. One day I'll finish it. It'll be about 50 years. I'll go, this took me 50 years to make this plane. I did it in an hour on the last day. Eh?
That's too lazy. Absolutely lazy. I would build it in 1 week.
I know.
Fly, baby, fly.
Yeah, I ain't got time. I'm busy talking to you. The model's in England. I'm not even in England. I have to go back to England to do it. What are you on about? Anyway, that's my little aeroplane story. Oh, I tell you what, if you like aeroplanes, I can trump all of you. I remembered. This is brilliant. You remember, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I know lots of people, right? So I'm not like you guys, like working on the planes, fixing the planes, but I know the people that work there. So this is what I did one day. Listen to this. So I'm playing in a hotel, lovely hotel in Cornwall, and the Red Arrows, which is your Blue Angels, but better, obviously, right?
Oh, hell no.
No. Get out of it. Right. The same as the Blue Angels, but better, because we all prefer red. Let's be honest. Who likes blue anyway? Red, right? Red's fast. Ferraris are red. Better. What's blue in this world? Nothing. Right? Red. So anyway, the Red Arrows are in the hotel I'm playing. Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, famous actors, Hollywood. I'm playing the piano. I'm schmoozing with all these people, right? Next day, so I said to the guys, they were doing aerobatics displays. And I said, hey lads, be brilliant. Be absolutely brilliant. Tomorrow, I'm doing a gig down the road. Be really cool if you could fly over my venue and I could tell everyone to come out and say, I set this up. And he went, do you want us to? No way. They went, yes way. People pay millions for that. And I went, it'd be really good. Do you mean it? Yeah, because we're going to fly from here anyway up to wherever we're going, and we can pass that area. We can see it on the map. And what we'll do, they had a couple. They had the red arrows, but they also had some tornadoes. You know the tornadoes, the RAF tornadoes, the big. Yeah, they are. Logan goes, yeah, I know what they are. You know when they do the afterburner, when they go up like that, and then it makes that really big noise. They said, we'll do that. There was 2 guys with tornadoes behind the red arrows. We'll do that for you over your venue. We'll fly over, we'll do that, and then we'll go and do the afterburner. I couldn't believe it. I said, that's bloody brilliant. So, yeah, that happened. So on the gig, I'm playing the gig and all the rest of it. And there's a twist to this story, by the way. So stick with me. So far, it's really good, isn't it? Okay. So it's all planned. It was all set up. Brilliant. So I'm on the gig. Guys, I'm not messing around. I showed them the pictures. I put it on, there's a big screen. I put it on the screen. These are the red arrows. 2 tornado pilots. Just for me, because I'm somebody. They're going to fly over the venue exactly like 5 minutes from now, and afterburn right over the venue. Oh my God, people went nuts. Because you know, this was the time I was World Piano Man. I did know people, and people believe me. If I said stuff like that, people went, bloody hell, he knows Elton John, maybe he knows the Queen. I don't know. Anyway, we went outside. There's about 300 people in the car park. And 9:05 comes. Okay, everybody, look up. And we're looking up. 5 minutes goes by. Nothing happens. Everyone starts going, did you make that up? I said, no, honestly. I got a text from the pilot the next day. I guess he can't do it when he's flying. He said, sorry, we're so sorry, Martyn. There was too much cloud. We couldn't do it. And I went, you are bloody kidding me. You made me look a right idiot. So that was a real story, and it really would have happened. But the clouds came down. So what could I do about it? Nothing. So nothing happened. Really annoyed me. He said we went over, but you wouldn't have seen us. Bloody hell. I felt a right idiot. So there you go. But you can't beat that, can you? Logan's going, no.
We like the flea week. There is a flea week in San Francisco every year. I already got 3 of the Blue Angels to buy and collect the whole 5 collection. So right now I got number 1, number 3, and number 5. Next year, number 2, next year, and number 4 are missing. So yeah, the Blue Angel and the flea and the aviation, especially where it goes. They're talking about electric planes.
Electric.
How is that going?
Oh yeah, electric planes. Yeah. I've heard about that. Yeah, sounds good. I like it.
And
Listen,
this week, of course, aviation. Japan failed again to send the missile to the moon as to space. So there is still aviation and forward to get to space. So it's always interesting, and definitely as technology gets us there, we're getting closer and closer with the abilities to get to space. Yeah, that's wonderful also to follow.
Yes, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you for sharing all the stories. Vaz, that was a real special moment for sharing that. Thank you for listening to me. It made me feel better to share that with you. That was very upsetting for us to have. So thanks for that. Learned a lot there this morning. We learned a bit about Logan. Hope to learn more on his investment journey. We're making friends. I hope to. I know I'm going to see a couple of you. I know there's quite a few people coming, but I just don't know who they are. A lot of people just like in the chat going, yeah, I'm coming, but they're not phoning in. I hope they'd phone in so we can see their faces. Otherwise, I won't know who these people are. But anyway, we're looking forward to that tomorrow. I'll see you there. I will see you there, guys. I too will probably be there early as well. So we can just hang out. More time together, the better, really. And we can have a wonderful afternoon into the evening, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to meet you. I just hope you live up to expectations. I hope you are as good in real life as you are on camera. I'm preparing to be disappointed, though. That's how it normally goes.
We're going to have a big laugh, enjoy.
Yeah, we are.
I'm excited.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I
Looks
can't
like
wait.
Looks like they reported they are going to avoid a shutdown now.
Oh, that's why the market's going through the roof. Look at this. Look at that. Didn't we say it would go up if that happened? Oh, my God. Look at that. That's a 3.5, 3.5, 5.5. Oh, my God. 5.5, $5,700 swing on my portfolio.
Happy Friday.
That is the
Happy Friday.
Yes. Yes, that is the very definition of investing right there. That is the definition of investing. That is a definition. That's a yes, I'm going to take that. I sat up late, red suit on, late at night, upsetting Leah, getting stressed, not sleeping, reading, studying, going, I'm buying this. Oh my God, how much? How much are you spending? I'm buying this. This will pay off. And it has. Forget $1 million. We're going to do $10 million on the show, and I'm going to be able to order one of those fancy floors for my garage. Brilliant. I love it. Thank you guys for calling in. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't give enough time to Henrique. Please, Henrique, give me your final thoughts, mate.
Pump it up. Let's go.
There it is. There it is. Stephen, last final thoughts, mate.
Everything's good. I slept like a baby last night.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. I'm always on holiday, and I sleep like a baby. Yeah. Vaz, unmute yourself. Last final thoughts, mate.
I've mentioned that before. I've been missing these Friday phone-ins. I always just replay it when I come back from work. So this is my Friday phone-in I could take part in. It's good. Yeah. Hopefully I will find a way to join more often.
Thank you, Vaz. And by the way, if everyone loves Vaz's stories, soon to this channel, he met me the same way. He's gone through the same slow procedure that Sensei did. Get to know each other, build it up, send me some bits. There's going to come a time near now that you're going to see Vaz in the show with his EVTOL videos. So thank you, Vaz.
Don't spill it yet. Don't spill it.
I'm not. I'm just dripping in the curiosity. All right, don't you worry.
Oh, you're building up the tension.
I know what I'm doing. I know how to sell it. You leave that to me. I know how to put on the show. You talk about the good stuff. I'll make sure everyone watches. Don't you worry about that. So final thoughts. Final thoughts, Saxe.
Yes, officially, you're the first YouTube channel that was on an earning call. Congratulations and many more. What a week. What an achievement. Everybody should become part of the Lucas Aid, become part of the family. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for that. That was exciting, I have to say. Final thoughts, Logan.
Just keep teaching so I can keep learning.
Oh, I love it. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for calling in. We're now going to go and onboard all the members. I'll see you guys tonight on the music concert. Showtime tonight, and then tomorrow let's have some beers and let's have some steak and chips. I'm loving it with a nice bit of cheesecake. Do what?
I'll go one more. I'm just looking at the number of views at the audience. Look at it. A month ago, you would have on Friday show probably 50, 60, 70 on a good Friday. Look at that. It's been between 200 and 300 all the way through the phone in.
Yeah. But what you can't see is how many have actually watched. Do you want to see how many have come in today on today's show?
Go on.
8,011. 18. Nuts, isn't it?
Good.
I can't believe it. No, on the XRP the other day, it was 130,000. 130,000. I had more than the local TV network. I had more than the TV show. absolutely brilliant. Anything's possible. Just give to your audience and they'll come. It seems to work, so I'm going to carry on doing it. Thanks, Vaz, for saying that. Thank you all for saying it. Love you all to bits. See you all tonight, and we'll see you all on Saturday. Okay, wonderful. What a great phone-in that was. Friday phone-in. Love the Friday phone-ins. Absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. Now then, I put out a video yesterday. I'm gonna make this as a video at the end right now. So I'm going to put this up here. Now, if anyone becomes a member or has become a member and you want to get onboarded now and get the friend request accepted, here is the membership link. There is the membership link. There is the Discord link. There's Instagram and X. There's the music show for tonight. There's the discount for Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread. There's the Robinhood USA free shares and the Robinhood UK free shares. Right? We'll do onboarding at the end of me making this video. Okay, so let's have a look. The news. Let me just confirm this news here a minute. Right, news. Trending. I need to see the government shutdown news. Government, US government shutdown. I need that news. European markets closed lower to 12 hours ago, 1 hour ago. Could shut down. Here's what to know with the US Postal Service. I need to see tools anytime past hour. Meets a third attempt to fund live up to White House alerts agency to prepare for a shutdown 25 minutes ago. A third government shutdown imminent. Washington. Okay. I can't. Logan, did you say you said you saw evidence of it? I can't see the evidence of it. They're voting on it, but it's not out. Have you got? Let me check. Let me check my feeds. Not getting it there. If you've got it, please do tell me. Sky News, no. Logan, where did you see that? US says okay. US government shutdown looms after White House jets. Spending deal, and that's 8 hours ago. So I'm not getting anything there. Okay. Business Live. No. Not getting. I haven't got any confirmation, Logan. You said you saw it, but I haven't got any confirmation, so I can't say that. It does look like we're moving towards there, so I can say that, but I can't. They avoided this. Where? Can someone send me the link link for Discord? I can't see it anywhere. If anyone can see the news about the government shutdown, please send it to me. Past hour. Looms. 23 minutes, 23 minutes ago. I don't see it. If anyone's got a link, you're saying they avoided it. Send me a link into links for YouTube on Discord, and I'll report it. I do not see it. It's not on any news yet for me. Trending news. Government shutdown. No. NASDAQ, PCE. No, I've already got that. I can't report on what I cannot verify. So I'm going to have to leave it. I have to come up with something. I'm going to have to go another route. So that's what I'm going to have to do. No one sent anything into me. Nothing there, nothing there. Let me search again. No, I'm not getting it. I'm going to have to go with what I have. Past 23. Okay. Trending volume increases to avoid a shutdown. No, no one's got anything for me. Okay. Bloomberg, CNBC. Let me check my feed here. Okay. Let me do it up here instead. They avoided it every time they do it for 3 days. If not already, it will happen. Yeah, I wanted the news though.
Tech Check is sponsored by Comcast Business, powering.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with this story as I finish this up. So, if anyone needs to be upgraded or onboarded, I'm now going to go members only. So you can now do that. I'll do right at the end of this. So members only, there you go. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. 5, 6, right. Okay, that'll do. Okay, here we go. Bring that up here. End. The very definition of investing. My greatest ever trade, my greatest ever day since I started investing. Over $5,500 from the bottom of that dip to the top. Why am I wearing red? Because it was a red day. Why exactly? I'm going to explain in this video. And once you've watched this video, I strongly recommend that you go and look at my masterclass video. I've just put the full story of how I invest, how you should invest in my opinion. It's only my thoughts here, but go and check this out. It's a 33-minute masterclass video. People seem to really like it and enjoy it, and from looking at the average watch time, you're watching all of it as well. So please go and check that out. But why I'm wearing red is because I haven't slept at all. I've been up all night. Remember what I've always said, that the red days are the days I go to work. The green days, we just sit here and enjoy it. But I've been up all night researching, studying, and going all in. And when I say go all in, I mean going all in. Look at my position. I now have $206,000, 101 margin, $206,000 invested, $250,000 invested, including my IRA. I started with $5,000. That's it. And now it boomed. Why did it boom? Well, we covered the FOMC report and people got fearful. Big YouTubers like Meet Kevin were saying that they're lying, manipulating, all nonsense. What Jerome Powell said was exactly what we predicted and exactly what we expected. Not loads of rate cuts next year, a couple, but now there actually could be more. I budgeted for 2. Wall Street budgeted for many. It sold off. Everyone thought it was terrible. It wasn't terrible. He's avoiding a Paul Volcker. Inflation is coming down steady. All good. We proved that this morning on the CPI report this morning, the favored position. We gave you this news, and it was stock futures par losses as core PCE comes softer than expected. Way softer than expected by some, not by me. So I started buying during the FOMC report. I continued to buy. I was up all night when it got even worse. Donald Trump was threatening all kinds of tariff deals. The government shutdown was spooking everybody out. The market was going through the roof. Everything was selling out. Everything was dumping. Crypto was dumping. The S&P was dumping. And I started buying more and more and more. I was up all night trading and investing. And my show went late today because I was unable to complete my last trades before I came on air. I don't trade on air. I don't want to be pumping anything, but I want to be buying more and I need to focus. I don't do that for entertainment purposes. That is not entertaining. That's my real money. $250,000 is no joke. All right, that amount of margin is no joke. We had the favored inflation gauge. No surprise. Why was anyone surprised? You shouldn't have been. Now we've got this news that the House have been rejecting at the last minute the government funding. We're hearing now they are very close to getting a deal once again. We had a live phone-in today on the show. It was a crazy moment. People were talking about the government shutdown, how nonsense it is. We had a really great debate. Last night, I made history by being on an earnings call, not covering an earnings. We were doing that, but I mean phoning in next to the banks, institutions. I was on the earning call. Bit of YouTube history last night. I was able to be on an earnings call. It's all about associating with the right people, making friends at the top, paying no attention to the noise, the trolls, the bots, the scammers, the gamblers, people like Meet Kevin, people like Omar, telling everybody the world's coming to an end. Follow me, buy my rubbish stock, sell me training programs. We provide it all for free. That's why 98% of our viewers are members, higher than any other channel in the world. That's why I recorded this. I called it Masterclass, not because I wanted to, because you told me to. It's very difficult for me because I'm a very personal, emotional entertainer, real person. And for me, saying something great about myself is difficult. I don't like saying it. I don't do it until this video. Because when I recorded it live, you told me in the chat, we love this. This is a masterclass. It's hard for me because as a YouTuber, I am the creator, but I'm also the promotion and marketing team. And who wants to say the greatest investor in the world or the best information in the world or whatever? It might be, but you don't want to say it because you just sound a bit of an arse. So I don't. But you told me to. And you were right. People see it that way. And I need to look at it as a third person. If I was a publisher and I was promoting me, how would I promote me? Not me promoting me. So that's why I recorded that. So alongside my masterclass video, as described by you, this is evidence of what real investing is. If I ever wanted to produce evidence of what real investing is, it's this: reacting to macro conditions. An investor goes when everyone else runs away. The green days are coming again. They're there again now. I haven't got to do anything. I just sit back and relax. The investment, the work has been done. The study of the balance sheets has been done. We understand the businesses. We have the friends at the top. We're taking part in earnings calls. We're interviewing CEOs. We're not interested in what people are doing on YouTube, what trolls are saying and bots and scammers. I'm not interested. I'm interested in what the money is doing. Let's learn from the top. Let's share that information with people. And when it gets tough and the government acts like children and threatens not to get their job done like children and pretend to throw the government under a bus and then expect us to pay for it because we pay for the government and then expect us to vote for them when they're potentially putting people out of business. What an absolute joke that was. That presented me with opportunity. If you're brave and you know your positions are strong, you can buy them. If you understand that the inflation is good and inflation is already coming down, you can buy it. Thank you, Matt McLaren. All of this, you know. So this is the very definition of investing. Now, when people say you can't get rich by buying the S&P 500, buy Binky Bonk coin. Rubbish. You can't get rich with $1. Rubbish. I started with 5,000. I've now got $250,000 invested. You can get rich owning the S&P. Absolutely you can. Because the S&P, you can buy a macro dip with confidence if you've studied the information. If Binky Bonk coin goes down 1,000,000% and you buy that, there's no guarantee it will ever go up again. I knew this was going up. Was it difficult to do it? It was difficult to look at the number on the screen, but the principle hasn't changed, whether it was $1 or $1,000,000. The day will come, and it's already there. I'll be doing $100,000 trades. Who would have thought that 3 years ago? The day will come when it won't feel uncomfortable to have $1 million margin. Why would it feel uncomfortable if I got 10 million in assets? Makes no difference. The principle is the same. And today, from the bottom of that curve to where it is now, is about $5,500. There you go. Down 2 and 2.1, and now up 3.5. And we're just getting started. By the end of the day, we could be a $10,000 swing. $10,000. And the great part about it is I don't have to sell it and panic and go, oh my God, let me take some profit because it's a crypto asset with no underlying principle. I don't have to pay tax. I don't have to do anything. And what's even better is that $250,000 altogether can now compound and make $25,000 a year just by going sideways. The 10%, which is sideways for me on the S&P, with macro dips and extra income and earning money on YouTube and buying more and taking dividends and reinvesting, way more. But just doing absolutely nothing now. I have got what some people live on in England. In where I come from, there are people living on $25,000. And I've got that now without doing anything. The very definition of investing is what you're seeing right there. And everyone could have done what I did. Didn't require any special information. Didn't require anything. Didn't require money. Didn't require anything at all. It just required discipline, patience, and conviction of when to move. And when I move, I move. Just like when Warren Buffett bought Coca-Cola, he didn't buy 20 shares, he bought half the business. Exactly the same. This is the definition of investing. This is what explains my full masterclass as you described it. Please go and check it out. That's it from me. I will see you back later on this afternoon. There may or may not be a closing bell show this afternoon because I've been up all night doing this. Very, very tired. But there will be the music concert on my channel. I hope you tune into my music show. There is a link for everybody in the chat watching right now, and I'll post a link to it. When this video comes out, I'll put a premiere. It will go to it. If you've watched to the end, it'll take you automatically there. There we go. Investing. Don't be a gambler. Invest. Own the businesses and stay in, and that's all you got to do. Everyone could have done what I did, and I didn't have to buy any speculative asset to do it. Wow. Best day ever. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, I shall put my live concert tonight, and down here, I shall put history. Last night, I was on an earnings call where I was actually phoning in alongside the banks and institutions. Just down there, I was talking to the bigwigs on an earnings call. Check it out. You got to listen. It was a bit of history. I don't know if anyone on YouTube has ever called into an earnings call before. Associate with the right people. You win. Every time. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, let's onboard everybody. If there's anybody that needs onboarding, give me your username in the chat. I don't think I have anybody in the chat giving me their username. Nobody's sharing their username, so no one needs upgrading. Great, so I'm going to get off, have something to eat, have some sleep, and I'm hopefully back this afternoon. If not, I'll be back for the closing bell. That's it from me. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Team Fusion, for sending this in. Yeah, they haven't got an agreement yet. It looks like they're getting close to one. Yeah, so that's why I didn't want to say they got there. But thank you for sending that in. All right, I'm going to send everyone to the extra channel. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that because the extra channel is already running. It's really weird. Anyway, Sensei. Oh, Sensei. Yes. I asked Sensei. You wanted to speak to Sensei. Sensei said to me, Sorry, I'm late at work. Maybe on the closing bell. So it looks like I've got to go live, even though I want to go to sleep, because you want to speak to Sensei. Sensei needs to be, I need to be on air because Sensei's not doing a whole show. He's going to call into mine. So hopefully we'll get Sensei on the show this afternoon. So I will do that. Thank you, sleep well. Thank you very much. Yes, please onboard me. Tom Richardson, then give me your username. I can't onboard you. I don't know what you are. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Archery Y. Here's our first one. Give me your username and I shall onboard you. If you've done all the bits yourself, I can only do so much. All right, Arch. This is Archer Y. I've already onboarded you. You have a member. Have you sent me a friend request? We're already friends. Archer Y, you're already done. You are already done. We are friends and you are onboarded. Let's see the next one.
Russell Brown has become a member.
Yeah, Archer Y, I've already onboarded you. You have access. You have member role, and you have premium role because you're a premium member as well. Plus, you have friend request accepted. So we are all done. Okay. Yes, we are all done. You're welcome. I didn't get anybody else. Russell Brown. Anybody else that needs doing, we can upgrade you this afternoon. Tom said, can you onboard me? But he hasn't given me his username. So I've got to end the show. Let me clear the decks. I'm not going to do day trade of the day. I am absolutely exhausted, so I want to go get some sleep. There you go, Tom. You just caught me. Let's have a look. Hopefully you've done all the steps. Tom Richardson, yes, you've got a name. Yes, yes, yes. I can give you a role of member. Done. If you've sent me a friend request, I can accept it. No, you haven't. Okay? I've onboarded you, but you haven't sent me a friend request. You need to come back into the next show to remind me because I won't be searching for it. But if you send me a friend request, this is my name, spelt correctly. I never send them because you need to make sure that you friend request me, not accept a friend request from anyone else. You get scammers all the time. Please do not accept that. There you go. I've sent you that. I've onboarded you. You just haven't sent me a friend request. If you do, and if you have done it right this very second, I'll be able to do it for you, but I don't see you've done it. No, you haven't done it. Okay? So don't accept a friend request. Send me one, and I will accept it later. Guys, I've really got to go. Thank you very much indeed. My final thoughts. My final thoughts today are very, very brief because I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep. I just want to wish everyone the very, very best. I look forward to meeting Lucas Aids tomorrow at the at the event. Looking forward to that. And tonight, the music concert. Benjamin, change your jacket to green. The reason why it's red is because I've been up all night trading the red market. And now I've had my biggest swing in history. It will be maybe $10,000 by the end of the day. It's already 5.5 because I bought the dips, went all in throughout the night. That's why I'm wearing red. Work hard on the red days. The green days take care of themselves. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. I will see you back later. That's it. I'm just reading the last comment. Iberian Wolf, thank you. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.